Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I'm your host, GameChanger. Okay, so you see the title. You know what this is about. It has to be said, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it has to be said. Um, Black women, collectively, once again, I said it at the beginning of the year, and I'll say it again. I'm not going to say not all. It's implied every time I don't say all that it's not all. Anyway, collectively speaking, they don't care about their sons. They look at sons as future competition to both themselves and their daughter in laws. You see, you can't have an effective matriarchy if you're going to support your son, if you're going to ensure that your son reaches his maximum potential. Because, quite frankly, there's an underlying belief that the thing that bonds Black men to Black women, and not the other way around, is poverty and humility on the man's part. They feel that if a Black man is of a mindset and an economic set, that he can do better, that he will do better. Hit the like button. Furthermore, in that mindset is that every other group of women are better. And the only thing that is keeping Black women desirable by Black men is, what's the way I could say this? Is his sense of personal inferiority. There. That sounds good. But before we get too deep into it, let me give you all an opportunity to hit the like button while I play the short of the day. All right, so you all know her, and some of you love her, and some of you really want to love on her. This is the Filipina P. She had a pretty funny short that I want to share with all of you.
What? My boyfriend just left me.
Which one? Bill or Sam?
No, the other one, Greg. Why would he dump me? I mean, what more could he want? I'm highly educated. I just made partner at the law firm, and you could bounce a quarter off my butt implants. Not to mention my talents in the bedroom are legendary. A lot of guys can back me up on that too.
Yeah, I heard about that time with the power drill and duct tape.
Yeah, I couldn't walk for 3 days, and neither could they. So anyway, he left me for some third world skank whose only goals in life are cooking and making babies. And he says he couldn't be happier.
Look, you're a strong, independent woman. You don't need him anyway.
Well, of course I don't need him. Men are completely useless. But why would he dump me? I'm every man's dream, aren't I? So
Okay. Classic comedy, just her making fun of Western women. It's something that's touched on here. And that is, for whatever strange reason, she understands that Western women know what Western men want. They just simply refuse to give it to them. Or they want to give it to them at a ridiculously inflated price. And even still, they can take it away, and take whatever they charge for this type of traditionalism. They could take it back at any time. Everybody in the world understands this. I do not know why so many Western women like to pretend like they don't. Hit that like button. We're going to go deep into it today. All right. So, not that. Here we go. Okay. Actually, let me do this. Do it this way. All right. But that's where we're at. It's unfortunate but true. So let me give some shout outs before I get into the meat and potatoes of what's going on here. LaShawn Jefferson, welcome. LSP, I appreciate you. Goal Line Extended, appreciate you. The Beautiful Lie, I appreciate you, brother. Rayhana, salute. JB Designs, Salute. Why does that name sound familiar? Okay, it says, and people wonder why SYSB exists, SYSBM exists. How can you build with someone who has a built-in disdain for you? That's a good question. That's a good question. The truth is, and perhaps I'll do a separate video of this title, and that is you can't build during wartime, or rather, you shouldn't build during wartime. And the premise of this video is that due to the intensity of certain wars, it is not in a nation's best interest to build during that time. Say during, WW2. Say during WW2, you know, uh, um, not so much here, but in Europe, anybody can get it. Spain, or Italy is what I was thinking, but Italy, like who wants to say, something? Now is a good time to build that new World Trade Center. Now is a good time to build that new Empire State Building. Like now is a good time because everything you build during that particular period is subject to instant destruction. So when they say, y'all don't build to destruction because we are in a WAR within ourselves. And that's the same, during the civil WAR. Like if you are in a intense WAR, there's no need to there's no logic in building something that is subject to destruction. Hit that like button. So you do bring up a very interesting point, JB. Okay, somebody said I'm borging a little. So let me get rid of one of these screens, and hopefully that'll help with it. Okay, so hit that like button, and yeah, let's get into it. So this is something that as Black boys, we kind of understand already. We do. We kind of understand already. We just don't want to admit it because in admitting it, we will have to admit the significant disadvantage that we have in life. And that is that the person who's supposed to support you the most, in the case of if you're born from a single mother, doesn't want you to succeed. She doesn't, because she feels that your success will be followed by a betrayal, and that betrayal is you getting with Becky with the good hair. But think about it. What that means, collectively speaking, is that she's more concerned on who your daughter-in-law is than if you lead a prosperous and happy life. She would rather see you broke and miserable with Keisha than wealthy and prosperous with Rebecca. And that's so she can avoid that feeling that feeling of rejection that's not directed towards her, but it is directed towards her sister, which you can inevitably conclude that she cares more about her sister than she does her son. She cares more about her prospective future daughter-in-law than she does about her son. Now, it's evidence throughout, all of social media, but of course, y'all know that I like to bring the receipts here. So let's go. And I hate to have to do this, but it must be done. All right. So we're going to stop this entire screen share. Okay, so this is a police body cam video. And you're going to see all the stereotypes play out here. This is obviously taking place in the ghetto. Looks like maybe Florida. And I'm just judging by the palm trees. Not every state has palm trees. So, and really just judging by the looks and behaviors of the people in it, it does seem like some Florida crap, be perfectly honest with you. So, but let's have a listen. Fair use, fair use.
This don't make no sense, dog. I don't deserve this.
On April 5th, 2023, police a mother who could not locate her minor son. Upon arrival, police quickly noticed the woman seemed quite intoxicated.
Hello. Hi.
A young minor
Yeah.
that feel like that he's engaged in doing whatever he want to do. He just want to run around and do what he want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was talking about going back and forth out of that with his dad because my oldest son is with his dad and they don't have the same dad. And so he feels like
Okay, where's for now?
I went looking and
Okay, I'm going to pause it for a second because it looks like it's about to start buffering. So right off the bat, you see that she looks like a cookie jar and with the bonnet to boot. And she's saying that he wants to do what he wants to do. Everybody wants to do what they want to do. And it's really nothing wrong because the boy she's talking about is 9 years old. It's really nothing wrong with a 9-year-old not wanting to be in the house all day. There's nothing wrong with that. But she's worried about, and you're going to see this throughout this video, throughout today's video. Black women weaponize the police and they demonize them at the same time. They weaponize the police because they're the ones to keep their son's masculinity in check. Because of course there's no father in the home. Any man that impregnated her did so in complete desperation for obvious reasons. I mean, look at her. Look at her. She found some guys on an extreme drought, got some sperm out of the deal, and then got on welfare. And now she lives in, this particular apartment complex. That's what's really going on. But let's continue.
tell my mom I'm finna do what I need to do. And this is that hip hop is gangster. Listen, I don't know, it's the hip hop, the music thing.
Okay.
The YouTube.
Okay, so which way to go? Let's go get him.
This way. How can I go get him when I was already in my knee is already busted from here? I can't run.
Okay. So
I can't run right
who
behind
takes
him.
care of Jeffrey? You're not able to take care of him?
I am.
Okay. Do you need help with like DCF or something? If we can't
Well,
take-
call DTF. Call him.
Okay.
I want you to call him.
All right. So which way to
call
go?
I don't know what DCF is. Here we have CPS, Child Protective Services. I mean, I know that DCF is probably just another name for that. Kind of like, there's different utilities depending on the state that you live in. But her reaction is call them. Like, that's one of those empty threats. That's one of those, I'm not scared of you calling Child Welfare Services. But this cop immediately went to, you're not a capable mother because you can't, find your son. But really, he knows that she's not a capable mother simply because she's drunk during the day and the things that she's saying isn't making sense. Department of Children and Families. Got you. Okay. Yeah, they see immediately that she is a derelict. And quite frankly, not only is she incompetent in motherhood, she's incompetent in every aspect of life. You see, here's one of the things that's wrong with America, the American welfare system, is that we take people who's not capable of doing anything. She is not a functional adult, meaning that were it not for public assistance, she would not function in adulthood. She would not have a place to live or anything like that. She's not competent to, flip burgers for a sustained period of time. Yet we trust her with the future of a child. She's not even responsible enough to do her own damn hair.
He went this way. I don't know. He went to go play. He told me he going to Lincoln Park. He going to.
Where's Lincoln Park? It's down on
That's
that
it.
road.
No, not there.
That's Lincoln Park.
No,
Oh, yeah, that is
in
Lincoln
Fort
Park.
Lauderdale.
Oh, Fort Lauderdale, Lincoln Park. Okay.
And then he want to go back to Fort Lauderdale.
Your son tells you that he's going to Lincoln Park, and you call the cops and say he ran away because you're incapable of making it to Lincoln Park. Your son has a larger range of transportation than you do. Your son without a driver's license or anything.
I'm not from here. I'm from Fort Lauderdale. This is where our family is from.
Is there a park somewhere over here that you go play to?
Yeah, it was a park, and he usually go there, and I walk through there.
Which way did you last see him walk away?
I walked through there, and I followed him. I chased him through there, and he just disappeared.
Maybe if you just want to check Southland Plaza, I guess.
Yeah, what is
That's why I called
Do you have a pic- you have a-
y'all
you have a-
to catch him up.
Do you have a
Because
pic?
my knee.
Do you have a picture of him?
Do you have a photograph? What does he want? 1500 Walmart. What is he
Black jeans, blue shirt, uniform shirt, like school uniform.
You say uniform.
Yeah, and Jordan shoes.
What color shoes?
White and blue.
How tall is he?
He's why you kind of like he's.
Why are you trying to? You see, she's upset because he asked a question that she can't answer. And she can't answer it because she don't know her son very well. And she don't know her son very well because she's a derelict piece of crap. And ugly as I don't know what. She looks like a drop of tar with another drop of tar on top of it. This chick is complete trash. She looks like if, you was cooking with Crisco for a long period of time, and then you gather all the gunk at the bottom of the frying pan and turned it into a ball, it'll look like her. She looks like one of King Kong's moles. This is a very unattractive woman, and somebody saw fit to impregnate her.
5, no, not even 5. It's 4, 4'7".
4'7".
Is he thin? Is he thin? Is he fat?
He's thick.
He's thick? What kind of hair? Short hair?
She just called a 9-year-old boy thick.
Yes, he got good hair, like Indian hair.
He got good hair, like Indian hair. You gotta, Black people, you need to stop and listen to yourselves through the eyes of other people who don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Like what?
Indian hair. His hair is curly.
Oh, okay.
and
Where's the?
He's not writing that down. He don't know what to say to that. Like he just stopped writing and he just was like, what? Look at the tall cop. He's like, he's trying to write down the description. She say stuff like,
yes, he got good hair, like Indian hair.
Like what?
Indian hair. His hair is curly.
he's like,
Oh,
what?
okay.
What the
Where's the
Nice
photo?
hair.
The photo?
What are you gonna write? Indian hair? He gonna write good hair?
The picture of him?
Oh,
This don't make no sense. And y'all want to put the pants and like
Man, we
doing this?
we don't know what he looks
Man,
like.
y'all, if y'all want to be against us, y'all stop the YouTube and stop everything.
if you want to be against us, stop the YouTube. Miss, you're on YouTube and we're against you because you're an imbecile.
What's going on with the kid?
In order to be able to find your kid, we have to know what he looks like and what he's wearing.
No, I'm saying, like, when you approached me, it was disrespectful.
What the?
Okay, well, do you have the photo? That way I can start looking for him? Because I want to be able to find your kid.
See, they need to realize, women like this need to realize that the reason why people approach you in a disrespectful way is because they have no respect for you. And the reason that they have no respect for you is because you're not a respectable person. See, the actions that you feel is normal, losing kids randomly and saying that I can't catch them because my knee, you're not even fit to like own and maintain a vehicle. People who are competent enough for these things don't respect you.
Hold on. And I gotta go on Facebook.
What color were your Jordans?
Blue.
Blue Jordans.
White and blue.
Okay. I don't know how much shoes cost, but I do know that Jordans are particularly expensive in the realm of men's shoes. I think that they're possibly the most expensive tennis shoe. Keep in mind, I'm not a sneakerhead, so but I do know that they're pretty up there considering their living conditions. Now you got to ask yourself, why does he have that? Because you know that he didn't get it from her, because she has nothing that the government didn't give her. The reason why, and trust me, not only have I been in a similar situation, I know others who have been in situations like this. What happens in situations like this is that the young boy has other people that care about him. This could be grandparents, this could be aunts, this could be uncles, this could be something. And what they do is they give gifts to him directly that she cannot, that is useless to her, but is of great use to him. I.e. Jordans, that is a 9-year-old boy's size. Like, here you go, here are these Jordans. These Jordans are for you. She can't take them away and sell them or something like that. So that's how he was able to get those.
Go ahead.
She's looking for her son's picture.
Copy updated script.
Now, being a good mother she is, it's not on ready.
A black male, the medium build, 4'7". The blue polo shirt, dark jeans, blue and white Jordans.
And y'all just put that shit on?
And short cropped hair. Last seen long.
Ma'am, do you have a photo so I can go try to find it?
Yes, I'm gonna give it to you, but
You ain't got no damn photo.
my nerves is bad.
My nerves is bad. First of all, there's no clinical diagnosis called my nerves is bad. Whenever somebody tell you that their nerves is bad, they're crazy as hell and they want sympathy for their own, insanity. And I'm not talking about mental disorder. I'm talking about psychological disorders, and really, quite frankly, personality disorders. My nerves is bad. That's not a thing. Okay. So she's looking for pictures of her son. She ain't got no pictures of her son because she's not a decent mother or a decent human being. And she has a bonnet on. And she's fat. And she got like a white woman's flesh color bra on. This is just like a sad state of affairs, no matter how you slice it. We're only 4 minutes in. We're not even 5 minutes in yet. She already said some stupid crap like good hair.
Like y'all doing.
111.97. What color pants did you say?
Black.
Dark jeans. Maybe around the cell phone plaza.
Now, this officer said he may be around the cell phone plaza. Um, and notice that that's nowhere near where she said that he was going to be. And that he basically just dismissed her, like she's a bad mom. She don't know what she's talking about. He's not at Lincoln Park in, a whole different city. I think she said Fort Lauderdale. He's not in Lincoln Park in a whole nother city. If he's basically like, if I was a 9-year-old boy and I wanted to get away from this horror of a mother, where would I be? And that place is the local cell phone plaza. Holy moly donut shop is where he would be.
All right, I'm gonna go look for him. He doesn't have a photo yet.
1527 hours.
They said she don't have a photo yet. She's still looking.
Okay.
She don't want to admit in front of white people that she don't have a photo of her
What was
son.
his date of birth again, ma'am?
Of her son, excuse me.
For
Is there any medical concerns?
yeah, that's my son right there. But he's older now. I got to get to some Wi-Fi.
He's older now. I got to get to some Wi-Fi. Why do you have to get to some Wi-Fi? You don't have a recent picture of your son stored on your phone. And by older now, this isn't like, she has a picture of him when he was 8 and he's 9 now. No, the picture that she has of him is unrecognizable now, meaning that she has a picture of him when he was 4. Talking about, this is my son. You don't have a picture of your own damn son stored on your phone because you don't love him like a normal human being should. Because you didn't have him out of love. You have him out of want for government resources.
Okay. Let me follow you over there. Was he in school today?
Yeah.
All right. So we might be able to get a photo at school too.
Yeah, no, it ain't gonna be no photo at school.
Yes, it will. They've been taking annual photos of kids at school since I was a kid. Yes, there will be a photo at school. Stop pretending like you know what you're talking about. You know nothing. You know nothing.
And people don't care about the cross of guards or anything. If they don't care, they don't care about the cross of guards or anything that's comparing to the black community.
Why in the hell should the crossing guards care about your community when you don't care about your own damn kids? Get the picture, bitch. Get the picture.
We here and I watch and witness all black kids being bullied and harassed.
Does your son take any medicine for anything?
No.
Okay.
My son don't need nothing.
Can you spell your first name for me?
Why is she taking so long to spell her name?
And date of birth? Thank you. And what's a good phone number?
I ain't got no phone number.
Somebody said, I thought this was Saturday. Of course you did. Because she's an adult at home during the day. Of course you thought it was Saturday. But they don't work on regular people schedule because they don't have regular people jobs. Every day is Saturday to this broad.
I came up here for Wi-Fi. Remember?
Does he hang out with any of the neighbor kids or any school kids around here?
They don't. He's not supposed to hang around the neighbor kids, and that's the thing because they all gay, all in the front and back. They all gay.
They're all what? Gay?
Gay.
Okay.
And I don't want him to be around that. Okay. So at the end of the day, it's just like
I don't want him to be around that.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, they'll be knocking on the door and be like, "Can you come out?" I'll be like, "No, I'm not gonna let him out today."
Okay.
No, they keep banging on the door and.
I'm not gonna let him out today. This is his childhood. Kids are coming like, can such and such, and these kids are not gay. First of all, I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand that some boys are more effeminate than others, but there really isn't much of a way to tell if, unless it's like some extreme stuff, it's really not much of a way to tell if a 9-year-old boy is that way. You know, he hasn't even determined which way he rocks. So yeah, you're just doing that because for a sense of power and control over something. You know, you're not fit to have power and control over a table at Denny's. However, somebody feels that you should have power and control over this person's life. And this is what you do with it. You just sit on your couch of power, on your throne of power, determining, you know, if you want to let your son go out and play today. So many of us was raised like this, by women like this.
Banging on the door, he keep coming back.
So he does not have a phone we can track or anything like that?
No, I haven't purchased him a phone.
Okay. What about any kind of Apple device we could track, an iPad, watch, or anything like that? I'm just asking because I don't know.
He has that all in the house, so.
Okay.
And so at the end of the day, you just trying to track anything. It's like he freely want to do what he want to do. And at the end of the day, it's like I'm losing all rights here. As in allowing a child do what they want to do. And so what a mother have to do is like just say, okay, go ahead and do it.
Bitch, okay. Get the picture. Get the picture.
Yeah. How you doing?
How you doing?
Do you know guys know?
He's standing right. Just saw him when we came in, standing up in front of building 8.
He was over there in the corner?
He was standing there peeping. And no, he wasn't in the corner. He was in front of the building 8.
How long ago was that?
We just came about 10 or 15 minutes ago. He was standing there. He up here in the front.
Okay. Is this like an ongoing thing? Yeah.
Once you get it.
Okay. I can smell it, so.
Well, I don't get in people's
business.
Yeah.
I know. I just.
Man, you punk ass
I'm
nigga.
just trying to help you find your son. Okay.
Hold on. I don't get in people's business. If you don't get in this bitch business, see, that's your problem. That's black man's problem. If I lived in that apartment complex, which for God's sake, I hope Jesus, I hope I don't find myself in a situation like that. But if I did, guess what? I will be 24/7 in your business. In the moment you step, in the direction that I feel is unfit, I'm calling people. What's the name of the people again? Hold on. What is it? DCF, Department of Child and Family. I'm calling people. The moment you gonna be parent of the year around me, because the moment I get a whiff of something, I'm in your business, and you ain't gotta blur out my face neither. Like, I'm the man that lives next door to you, in your business. I hear something strange, I'm in your business. It's not enough presents under the Christmas tree, I'm in your business. I am in your business all damn day.
When you last see my son? I just seen you when he came in. When? I just got it.
He just said that. He just answered.
Didn't you see when he came in?
Sir, I just picked up my son. I'm finna pull up Uber right now.
Can you?
At the end of the day,
Let's not worry about Uber. Let's see if we can find a photo.
She still haven't found a photo.
Photo.
Yes, so we know what he looks like.
This a demon. This man be
111, Officer Bank.
Called him a demon. What are you?
Why you acting strangers about this shit? This pertain to me.
Yeah, these car wash guys said he was in the plaza just a minute ago, so it might be one of these stores.
What business? You lying. You lying though. You lying.
Ma'am, just
He said that he seen the
talk
kid
to
at
me.
the front of the gate.
15 minutes ago.
ma'am,
When you
111,
see
you have
15
4
minutes
units that
ago.
can come
When
circulate.
I called these people
ma'am.
15 minutes ago.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's
So,
all right.
ma'am, just talk to me, okay?
Come on, man. The man lying. He don't like me. Because
Of course he don't like-
he's a fucking...
Nobody like you. Nobody like you.
He be saying,
CSA 27, 51.
watching people the business. Then he's sleeping with this person right next door.
Yeah.
At the end.
What's the kid's name?
What does that have to do with your son? Get the picture of your son. You fat awful bitch.
It's like they got hatred against me.
Of course they do. The world hates you.
What's wrong with you? Don't you see the hood up? Why he ain't working in the car? Why he outside? Just to have hatred against me.
111 West Palma, I have a child here in Southland in front of Planet Fitness. Copy, 1633.
Why you're way up from home?
No, my house is right there.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a ride back home, okay? Your mom's looking for you.
Your mom looking for me?
111 West Palma, I have a child here in Southland in front of Planet Fitness. Yeah, why'd you run away from home?
Okay. First of all, I want y'all to get a glimpse inside of this empty Planet Fitness. That's the Black community. You got empty Planet Fitnesses, sis, and fat ass women blocks away. That's the Black community. The kid is where the cop thought that the kid would be, as opposed to where the mom thought the kid would be. And the cops found the kid before she even found a picture of her own damn son.
Yeah, run away.
Yeah.
I said I was going to get some stuff.
Well, do you know what your address is?
It's way down.
In the apartments here? What's your mom's name? Come on, let's hop in my car. I'm gonna give you a ride back, all right? Did you have a fight with your mom?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right, do me a favor, get your seatbelt on.
Here's what that means. When he said he don't know if he had a fight with his mom. It means that his mom is in a constant state of various emotions. She's always yelling. She's always, just randomly, to where he's just tuned it out. Yeah, exactly, Kevin Murray. The mom is always like, I don't know if it's like he just tuned it out. Like he's just like, okay, I'm just waiting to go outside, go to the plaza, and get a green apple. What are those called? They're not called suckers. Blow pop.
All right. You got it? All right, I'm gonna give you a ride back home. Did you tell your mom where you were going? To the store? What grade are you in? Third. You shouldn't be walking all alone by yourself like that. It's dangerous.
I think he's a grade behind.
194.
Maybe he just started school late.
Who's in jail?
In the jail?
194, good.
Nobody's in jail right
Signal
now.
14 reference calls holding signal 4, no injuries, Southwest Australia, Worthington, and signal 3, no injuries, 2400 block of Children.
Oh. On the radio?
Yeah, just say that if they're still
Oh, they might be taking a bad guy to the jail. I don't know. Somebody else.
15, 36 hours.
She still ain't got a picture.
Elf 3 to 111. If you get 56 over here as well, it looks like it may be a neglect as well.
So they already calling in the neglect.
Oh, we found.
All right. So when he coming?
Notice how she said, all right. No, not thank you.
What does that mean? When is he coming?
He's on his way, right?
She's disgusting. Her whole personality is disgusting. Because she feels that because people have sympathy for her and they give her stuff like free, protection through police officers, free education, through teachers and stuff, she don't feel that she has to give anything for these things, not even respect. Somebody do something for you, like find your missing child, and you say, okay, when he gonna be here?
The officer found him, yes.
All right, so y'all can question him and ask him what's going on. You want to go to Fort Lauderdale?
Y'all could question him. What are you talking about, Fort Lauderdale?
And my other son have his dad, and his dad came and picked him up, and that's right. Like, y'all want to be his dad too?
We're gonna help you as much as possible.
He did not respond to that crap. Y'all want to be his dad too? Well, I mean, I will say this. He would be more willing to be that kid's dad than he would be your lover or, your husband or something like that. Like, because there's nothing wrong with the boy. He's just a regular boy buying a sucker. The only thing that's wrong with this child is he got you for a mother.
You don't believe me?
What, you threaten me? You threaten me, officer?
By asking if I can help you? How is that a threat?
You talking about we gonna help you? You talking about we gonna help you? Right.
Yeah, we're gonna help you.
He said, we're going to help you. She said, you threatening me? What? Notice how in dealing with police, they always feel that they are the ones in control.
I'm going to be 51 with the child back to his residence, starting mileage 31907. 1535.
Is it just here or is there anybody else?
My oldest son is in jail. He's 17 years.
He already caught those people.
Jaden is with his dad, and that's where he wanted to go. But he can't go with him because that's not.
Oh my God, somebody hit it twice. So she said Jaden is with his dad, and that's where he wanted to go. So apparently she has one that's in jail, obviously. The reason why this youngest one isn't in jail is because he's not old enough to be there yet. Like the effects of her poor parenting hasn't led him to jail yet. Is the reason why he's not in jail. So apparently she has 3 boys, and the middle one and him share the same father. That father has the middle one, but not him for whatever reason. Because it's all a bunch of crap. It's all a bunch of just, dysfunctional crap going on. So what's happening now is that listen, I don't think that anybody who had sex with her twice is a qualified human being because your judgment is so screwed up. You are a screwed up human being to sleep with her twice.
They died. That's not his dad.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, so that's not even his dad. My bad.
You can't go with him.
That's not even his dad. That's what's going on. So she likely has 3 baby daddies. And so, yep, that's exactly what's going on. So he has like a half brother. He has a half brother, and his half brother has a functional father, And of course, there's that jealousy because he gets to get away from this hell. He gets to get away from this fresh hell that is his mother from time to time, even if it's joint custody. So, of course, he wishes to be there. He wishes to be anywhere, but this boy just hopped into the back of a police car. He does not care where he is as long as he's not there.
And his dad is in jail. What I should do? His dad in jail. Like, what I was gonna do? Send him with his mom? Send him with his mom. Y'all want to separate some shit?
Y'all want to separate some shit? Everything is about you is separated. You got 3 boys with 3 separate fathers.
You still want the picture?
No, we found him. It's okay.
You still haven't got the damn pictures. Because you ain't got no pictures. Because you don't have like a happy relationship with your child that you take pictures of.
Thank you.
And where you find him at?
He was in the plaza.
He was in the plaza where the cop said, not where she said.
Family Dollar, asking for candy, and I kept telling him, "Don't run to that damn plaza. Don't go out anyway."
Asking for candy? How dare a 9-year-old boy ask for candy? I tell him not to go to the plaza. This is some insane crap. Oh, and by the way, ain't nothing wrong with her damn knees. She's been standing up this whole time. There's nothing wrong with her damn knees. Other than the fact that they have to support her fat ass. But there's nothing wrong with her damn knees.
It don't matter. Like, when you tell the kid one thing, it's another.
All right, I'm good to go.
This kid is not good to go. There's nothing good about this kid's situation.
Can you hang out with this officer for a couple minutes? His name's John.
How are you?
So she is hammered.
What do you got in the bag?
And even the neighborhood's like, yeah, she's on kicking it back all day. So,
Hey, how are you? I like your shoes. What do you got in the bag?
Yes. Candy in the beer.
Oh, where'd you get that? Oh, cool. What's your favorite one? Sweet sauce? He'll be over there in just a second. Hold on just a second, Jeff.
We don't know not to litter in front of the
I ain't
cops.
begging. I ain't begging. I have my own money.
So she accuses him of begging because he's able to afford 15-cent candy. Because that's the only way he could gain access to 15 cents. It's not like he has an allowance or anything. That's the only way he can gain access to 15 cents. Not through her, not through, his incarcerated father. He had to have been begging in front of Planet Fitness in order to get this money. Now watch what happens.
What money you got?
This.
Jesus Christ! Y'all see this?
see what he says about him.
Who gave you money like that?
I been had it.
Give it to me.
Y'all seen it. I didn't make it up. Y'all seen it. Y'all see this? Who gave you money like that? Give it to me. I don't know where he got his money. He said he been had it. Maybe he saved it up. as kids in situations like that do and should. Perhaps family members, like Christmas cards and stuff, $5 here, $10 there, and he just kept it. Like it's all kind of ways that he got it. But her response is, give it to me. Because whatever is in that little boy's pockets right now is more than what's in your pockets. You know how normal people, normal mothers provide for their children? It's the other way around with mothers like this. Yeah, that's what I mean. Somebody probably gave it to him for a present. And when they did, they made sure he didn't know it, that she didn't know it. That's what they did. Like, hey, get over here for a second. I'm going to put this in your pocket and don't tell anybody you got it. They didn't give it to him in a card, where she opened it up and she seen that $10 bill come out the card. She, give it to me.
I'm gonna talk to. Okay.
For what?
For what?
I'm just gonna ask him a couple questions.
All right, let's read some super chats. I appreciate you, KMS. He says, "Black women statistically, sarcastically, who hurt you? Black men." Okay, I'll get into that. Who hurt you? Black men. My mom, to be honest. And black women wonder why black men with sense are bouncing the second they come of age. Exactly. But we're going to talk. So I'm hoping you're still here, KMS, because we're going to talk about how they work diligently to prevent you from bouncing. Because this is not a coincidence. She has a 17-year-old son in jail. It's difficult for him to bounce. See, they spend this time of parenting to assure that you don't bounce, even if it means that you live in a life of misery.
I don't want to talk to my son.
Yes, we do.
I'm not giving you consent to talk to my son.
Listen, this is my supervisor. You can
No,
ask her
I'm
any
not
question.
giving you consent to talk to my son.
What?
Come on.
Hey, come over here.
No, come over here. And y'all regarding my right.
We're trying to figure out why is he running away from home?
He's not running away from home. He want to do what he want to do.
Everybody want to do what they want to do. Okay. Why did you call them if he didn't run away from home?
He like YouTube and all the other things like other kids do.
No, what school do you go to?
9 years old.
9. So why did you decide to walk away today?
No, I just went to the store because just clean my mind.
Clean your mind? Why do you want to clean your mind? What's going on?
What do you mean, why you want to clean your mind? He is a child of a black woman. That alone makes you want to clear your mind all the time. Having a mama like that, of course he needs a sour apple blow pop.
Because I just wanted to clear my mind because I had a girlfriend and
Yeah. Okay. Did mom know where you were going? You didn't tell mom where you were going?
she closed the door.
She closed the door on you? The front door or inside door?
The door.
The white door?
The front door.
Okay. She wasn't letting you in the house?
So I walked away and just jumped in.
Okay. Were you mad at mom for anything? You're not mad at mom? Was she treating you okay?
He don't have
She
a
give
basis
you,
of comparison.
Who gave you the money for the drink and the candy?
Nobody. I have my own money.
Is that money from dad or somebody else?
My money.
Okay. Do you know how much mom had to drink today? How much did mom have to drink today?
Yeah, I know.
Did she drink any alcohol? She doesn't drink any beer or any mixed drinks or anything like that? No?
She drank like juice or water. Yeah, she just drank some water.
Okay. Did you see her drink anything today? No? Okay. How do you feel with mom? You feel okay with mom, or would you rather go with dad?
I feel okay.
You feel okay?
But yeah.
So you feel safe with mom? So she'll take care of you?
Yes.
Okay. You have any brothers or sisters? Where are they?
They like one with my dad.
Uh-huh.
Then the rest is with my dad.
Okay. Did you go to school today?
Okay, something strange happened. I can't quite put my finger on it because I'm trying to figure out this broad's family. He said one is with my dad, which means that he views his brother's father as his father because the family's so screwed up. Or perhaps he's talking about his older brother, the one that's 17, that's locked up, and since his father's locked up, he just assumed that they're both in jail together. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of confusion going on. All right. It says no to bury the lead, but the answer is B. Mothers groom their sons to be their personal attack dogs, to only be in service to them. What happens when they see a dog of a certain breed loose? Exactly. Okay. Very good analogy. And that is very true depending on the son. So there's two things. There's the attack dog, and then there's the workhorse. That's what they do. So, like, if you're a kid that's constantly cutting school, getting into fights and stuff like that, then he is the attack dog. If you're a kid that, that stays in school, don't cause much trouble, then he is the future providers. Now, the future providers is tricky when it comes to Black moms and the grooming process of them. The attack dogs is easy. They're never going to leave, the ghetto, because, you don't have to convince them to make mistakes that entraps a man in the ghetto. They make them themselves. You just have to, turn a blind eye to, why they do whatever they were prone to do anyway. So those become the attack dogs. The providers are different because the providers typically leave. So you have to indoctrinate them with this whole, you'll always be a Black queen, mama. You have to instill them with that, at a very young age. They have to be loyalty to where it's a whole psychological breaking process that they put those types through. That's why you see these guys that there was this one clip where the athlete had to pick which university, and I think he picked one like in Florida or something like that, and the mother and the grandmother just up and walked away, like, in front of everybody, because she was just upset that she lacked control of her provider, of her workhorse. But yeah, this young man does not have attack dog's tendencies. He doesn't. And they spot these characteristics at a young age. he don't have attack dog tendencies. He's cooperative with authority that's not a black woman. So she's going to she's gonna listen. I got another video on this. It's coming after this one, but she's gonna try to work all the gambit on him, and I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I mean by how they psychologically and physically break their sons. We're definitely gonna go deep into it this Saturday. So, but yeah, I appreciate you, KMS. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up, people. All right, let me do this other one. It says, me and you know ain't no workhorse coming out of their womb. Okay. Yes and no. I'll read the rest, but yes and no. We are okay. Fortunately, we live in the US, and it doesn't take much exceptionalism in order to, okay, put it like this. Somebody who can provide her current standard of living. That's the best way to put it. Somebody who can provide her current standard of living. Because I think this is her youngest. When he turns, in 9 years, when he turns 18, that is it for her. That is it. Society stops caring about her and society stops caring about him. That's when she's going to need like basic provision, somebody that can at least provide, like what she has right then and there. First of all, that's when she's going to start going out looking for a penis. She's not going to find it from like regular guys, from financially stable guys. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah, she's going to rely on these sons. Now, I'm not saying that, that these guys are going to be like, picking between all the universities that want to draft them for basketball or football or something like that. But I am saying that, whatever provisions that they get, she is going to look to capitalize off of them. I mean, look, she look how quick she was in his pocket, and he's 9 years old. Yes, she's going to look to him for provider, whether she's successful or not. There is a nature and nurture aspect going on here. She is definitely, if any of her children make it, it is not because of nurture. It is because of their nature. And unfortunately, that's really the only way Black men have been getting ahead in these situations. It's not for nurture, like Tiger Woods, he got ahead because of nurture. Ben Carson, the same. Most of them because of their own genetic nature, like they just take what they do recreationally, like basketball or football or something, and make a phenomenon from it. But it's not because the parents had them in the best basketball camps growing up. So yeah, she's crap. Okay, LaShawn, you say he only had 15 cents. No, it's not that he only had 15 cents. I'm saying that's how much the candy cost. He pulled some bills out of his pocket, and she was just so shocked to see, bills. I think one of them was probably even like $5 or something. And she's just like, give me that. Oh, I didn't read the whole thing. Oh, my bad. It says me, okay. That boy as a boy is better off with the cops than taking a chance. Better off with the cops and taking it. Okay. I thought you said then, and taking a chance with foster care. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and what you're saying here, to everybody is that he's better off. What do you call that? That lever that you pull when you gamble? But he's better off gambling because that's what the foster care system is. It's a gamble. You could find yourself in the care of, two wealthy. You could find yourself in the care of Claire and Heathcliff Huxtable that just so happens to be infertile but they really wanted a, reasonably well behaved 9-year-old. He could find himself in the care of someone like that, you know, um, with other foster kids, or he could find himself in some, what's that? It's not Cruella DeVille. What's that chick name from Cameron Diaz played it on Orphan Annie? Just one of those situations where people just milking the system and, trying to get money. But he still likely would just be in the same situation. I mean, of course there's the perverts, but hopefully that's rare. I don't want to think about that, to be perfectly honest. All right. It says, this reminds me why I ended up in foster care for 3 years. Great show. Very eye-opening. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you being a channel member too. Yeah, slot machine. But what's the lever called? What's the lever called? I don't care. But yeah, so yeah, this man, he could be adopted by Bruce Wayne. Like, I mean, but I could tell you it's not many situations outside of a complete pervert that that is worse than this. I could tell you that much.
Okay. Yeah. So how come mom is telling me that you ran away and you refused to come home?
I didn't refuse to come home.
So you were just gonna go to the store and come right back?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're 8 years old.
He seemed like a good kid. He's like, I didn't refuse to come home. Like, what makes you think I would refuse to come home? Now, the officer did say that, why does your mom think that? But that's a question better posed to the mother. Which is a valid question that you should be asking this fat broad. Like, you should ask her, like, why did you think your son wasn't coming home? But he's more composed and articulate than she is. And he's a child. He's 9 years old. That's what it is, the arm, yeah.
Old, and you're allowed to go all the way down there by yourself?
No, I'm 9 years old.
The what?
I'm 9.
Oh, you're 9? Mom lets you walk down the street by yourself?
Why wouldn't? Okay.
Like, what do I supposed to do? She closed the door in my face.
Okay. I don't know if he's doing this on purpose, but the kid is now being messed with, but I don't think he's doing it on purpose, because he's posing a question like there's some wrongdoing on either his part or his mother's part. And you got to understand, when dealing with kids, that you are an authority figure, a cop with a uniform, and you're a particularly tall cop. So, he's like, wait a minute, if I say that, did my mom let me do something that I shouldn't be doing? Or did I disobey my mom and did something that I shouldn't be doing? So the cop don't know it, but he's kind of putting this kid on the spot here. And, but yes, it is perfectly, when I was 9 years old, that was around the time, let's see. At around 9 years old, I had a key on my neck. I walked back and forth to school with my friends, elementary school, of course, with my friends. And I got home like at 3 something. My mom got at home like late 5 o'clock, 6. And I didn't have a babysitter. I had the place to myself. And yeah, if I wanted to go to the store, if I had some bread, I go to the store, get some annihilators, some Mambas. What else did I eat? Jolly Ranchers. That was my lick. Just like this young man. Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong. I mean, I don't know what age you let your kids cross the street at, but there's nothing wrong with what this little boy is doing. You're kind of confusing him, and he don't need that crap right now.
I know, that's what I'm just trying to find out. I'm trying to help you. So mom closed the door to you, she let you in, and then you walk to the store? Okay. Do you go to the store a lot? By yourself? Okay. Is there anything you want to tell me?
Got nothing to tell you.
Nothing to tell me.
You say this is heartbreaking. Wait for the
Correct.
next one. Wait for the.
Mom.
You think that this is heartbreaking. Wait for the next one.
Like,
Does he have his own computer?
yes, it's a computer in there.
Does he have a cell phone too?
No, it's no cell phone.
No, just your. Does he get on your cell phone and play around?
Yeah, he play on my cell phone. He download a lot of games on my cell phone.
Does he do TikTok?
Yes.
Yeah, you got to be very careful with that.
Look at this fat cop. Got her belly all out underneath the vest and stuff. All right. This goes out to all you police officers and law enforcement people. Listen, I don't care if you're like a person behind the desk looking at traffic cam pictures determining if they're valid or some crap like that. I do not care. But you're supposed to represent law enforcement in the city that you live in. Don't they run you? Like, don't they, like, every couple years or so, don't they like see how long it take you to run a mile or something to see if you still qualify? I mean, you gotta represent. You do. You as fat as this chick.
And it's
yeah.
my TV. My TV is.
Yeah, TikTok. That's not good to have.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this.
He trying to bond with this
stuff that goes on.
He trying to bond with this drunk broad. Okay. So let me read the super chat while it's buffering. It says, I'll rephrase. I'm praying for the boy. I hope he's a rose in concrete. Those are the only roses in the hood. Yeah. It says, use the cops as slaves, as slave catchers. Yep, that's exactly what's going on. And we're going to get into that definitely in the next video. Extrapolate the situation, and that's SYSBM and Passport Bros conceptually. Anywhere but here, absolutely. So we know what the people of the Passport Bro and SYSBM is escaping. It's not like they're escaping paradise. Somebody said latchkey kids. Yeah, it was the 80s. I was a latchkey kid. So, yeah, my parents were divorced, and on both sides, I had a key. So, yeah.
On the internet, if anybody need to be prosecuted, we need to prosecute the TikTok.
I agree.
And these kids with bad language and feel like they need to be something that they ain't.
Yeah, it's changing kids' perspective.
I mean,
and it's a danger because they're saying everything that's going on in your house.
The rap music as well. The rap music as well is dumb. It's like
it's a bad influence. Yeah, I agree.
I don't listen to hip hop. And my son will tell you, I don't listen to hip hop. I don't enjoy it. At the end of the day, I listen to gospel and hear point blank.
Is it just Jeffrey that lives here with you, or is it your other kids too?
My other kids too.
Oh, okay.
I said my 17-year-old is in a program.
Okay. What
for
program?
His actions, and I was like dealing with depression with that because he was in an accident on 95, and he got in a terrible wreck. And
is he?
Now, for those of you who think that this is mental and not psychological or personality, this is narcissistic personality disorders. Because, and trust me, I'm not qualified to diagnose such things, but it's pretty blaringly obvious. I mean, this chick just said my son got into an accident and I went into depression. it immediately went into how the situation affected her, not her son. And she's just lying for no reason. Like, he's in a program. He's in jail. You said earlier he was in jail.
You okay?
Yeah, but they charged him, and he's been in his program.
Oh, okay.
And my 13-year-old is with his dad.
Is that the one that's in Fort Lauderdale, or am I completely confused
That's the
about
one
Fort
in
Lauderdale?
Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay, that's what.
And want to go with
drive by that parking call at 22nd
his dad, but I mean,
But you said
that's not his dad.
the
I
13-year-old.
can't
Okay.
stand him with his dad.
Okay.
Because that's not his dad.
But does that person spend a lot of time with you?
Okay, you see, because I was confused too. It is a advanced calculus situation to try to figure out, who's pumping semen in this broad. So it's 3 different and it was like I concluded before. It was 3 different daddies. The youngest one, but what made it a little bit more confusing later is that the youngest one, him with the sucker, he views this more functional black man with his brother. He views his brother's father as his father. Now, this is crap you gotta deal with when dealing with single moms. This, like, who want to be in that position? You go up and you go up to pick up your son, and then another little boy who you don't have any disdain for just come up to you and be like, "Hey, Dad, how you doing? Can I come with you?" And you just there like, "Ooh, yeah, yeah, here's some money, peace."
Who?
The 13-year-old's dad.
Yeah.
The one he wants to go with. Is it because he looks up to him? Is that why he wants to go with?
It's been rocky.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. It's not his biological dad, but
it's been rocky.
I can understand why. I can understand why he wants to go with him.
At the end of the day,
She didn't even pick up on the
I
diss.
can't force that man to take you with him.
Where you said the 17-year-old, he's in a program.
If you could, you would. You say at the end of the day, I can't force that man to take him. But if you could, you would, because you don't want to actually be a mother to this young man here, or this boy rather. You want to get the benefits of motherhood. You want to get the government benefits of motherhood. But if you can get those benefits while this other man takes care of him for free, then that would be an ideal situation for you, because you could just sit at home and, drink all day, fuck all night. It's all good. It's all right.
Like he stays like.
No, he's in a level 8 program.
Where is that exactly?
And way away from here.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's like a juvenile.
Yeah, juvenile. And like that's not. I don't even want to discuss that.
No, that's not. I mean,
What school does Jeffrey go to? To school?
Yes, he went today.
All right.
You go check. Go.
No, I'm not. I'm just asking.
Take your ass on and go check.
Did she just tell her to take her ass off? These chicks are just at base level disrespectful.
Does he like it there? Has he gone there? Do you go to
love
kindergarten?
Why did she just say her 9-year-old son is in the 2nd grade? So y'all say he just had a birthday, so it's a stretch for 3rd grade, but he's not in the 2nd grade. If so, that's a severe problem. That's a severe problem. And this boy is facing academic problems, and it's going to make itself prevalent in later in the video, but I don't think it's his fault. In fact, I truly doubt it is.
You go to kindergarten there too?
He pick up after his 13-year-old brother. Then at the end of the day, it's like it's a battle. It's a war zone. It's like with the parents, and you telling the kids to get up for school. That I don't want to go to school.
Yeah.
And
I didn't want to go to school either, so I don't blame him.
My oldest son, like not my oldest, but my middle son, he's like, he don't want to do this, so you pick up after him.
Remember yesterday I said, hit the like button. Remember yesterday I said that these broads always have 3 kids? They're always trying to trick the system. I don't know what the trick is, but the 3-kid thing is a way to maximize benefits from the system. I just don't know the particulars. But I do notice a pattern in watching videos like these, and just like they always have 3 kids. Maybe that's the maximum that the government will pay benefits for, or what? But they always have exactly 3.
He just reply after him. Everything Jefferson he does.
No, that's normal for a kid to do.
It is normal, but at the end of the day, you infected him and with your wrong. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you don't want to go to school, you don't want to finish school. That's why I saw him with his father.
Go with his dad. How long ago was that?
About a week ago.
The other
Okay. This is... So you got a 13-year-old that don't want to go to school, really? Okay. Everything about this is terrible. Because, and trust me, I never in K through 12 really thought that, okay, there was good and bad with school. Let's start there. There's good and bad with school. And I'm not talking about, you get an education. I'm talking about like social dynamic, like recess, lunchtime and stuff like that. And girls, he don't want to participate in any of that, which there's something going on there. I'm not going to get everything about the situation from this drunk frat broad, but I could tell you there's something else going on to why he don't want to go to school.
officer leaves to speak to the woman's neighbors.
A week ago.
You want his number? You can call him.
Well, just in case, like if we ever need to get a hold of him for anything.
Go ahead and call him.
No, I'm not gonna.
You run out and just leave. He just runs out and leaves. Does that happen quite a bit, or? Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
He's too little to be running off like that.
Well, he don't watch it. Sometimes she lock him out. He take him out to get him in the damn house.
That's what he said.
Those are different people. Those are different people than the people she argued with before. Now, what does that mean? That means that this whole damn apartment complex is the people aren't working. It's like a low income, subsidized complex of some sort, where everybody is just sitting in front of, their door, drink a Corona.
Said today that mom wouldn't let him outside. So.
So he would go the other way.
Okay. But have you seen her actually drink anything today?
I don't never see.
Sure.
I don't never see. Whatever she's doing inside.
Like school? What do you like about school?
He give me headaches when waking him up for school. It's like it's a problem. I'm basically tired of it. I'm sick of it.
What's your favorite class at school? Do you still play with?
That's her only damn job. Waking your son up for school is your only damn job. And I'm not talking about like to be the only job of a bad parent is waking their kids up for school. The job of a good parent is being a good parent, which you have no desire to be. So your only job is to see that he's up for school. Why? Because if he don't actually go to school, then that's when them people come. Because once he gets on that truancy list, then you actually have to care. Because then that's when those people come and that's when those benefits is lost. So your only job to sustain your dwellings is to make sure he goes to school. Here, let's see. All right, so Zone touched on it. He said like the maximum benefits. And then after that, so that makes sense. Like, okay, we'll pay you for 3 kids, but if you have 6 kids, you still get paid for 3. So, you know, yeah, they don't have anything more than what they get paid for because they're doing this not out of desire to nurture a life into this world, but to get the benefits. So they only are going to have what they have the benefits for. Let's see. It says the ideal baby pattern is a kid at 17, next at 27, and the last one as late as she can, late 30s, 40s, so they can exactly. Yeah, and that's what I've noticed. Well, not necessarily because I don't see like the 10-year gap between the first two. What I see commonly is first 2 close together and then the last one far apart. Meaning like the first 2 you'll see them like, you know, yeah, I got a 16-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 4-year-old. Like I see that pattern a lot. And maybe because it's just difficult for them to space it out like that. But you're right, they do have that last one as late as possible, and that's so they can prolong the benefits. I mean, not so late that the other ones are out there. They're milking the system, and it's obvious. It's obvious to everybody, but the people who live furthest from this society and sympathize with it. They still think that they're providing for, you know, they're providing for would-be good mothers. So they get benefits into their late 50s. Chick hit me to the hustle, hit me to the hustle. Exactly. And that's why online you see these broads in their 40s and 50s looking for a good man. You know, that's why they went from I don't need a man to, you know, now I need a good man.
With the parachutes, where they get everyone under the parachutes.
No,
You guys
they
have?
don't do that.
They don't do that. You never done that?
Football.
Oh, no.
I did that.
And exercise.
Okay, basketball, football, and you just said exercise. Like what?
The mom becomes agitated when she sees the other officers
what kind of
talking to her
exercise?
neighbors.
Like jumping.
All right.
Man, get the out of here. Come on, no.
Okay. I don't know what's supposed to be under that hood. I'm not a mechanic. But it does look like it's missing a lot of stuff.
Right, basketball, football, and you just said exercise. Like what?
The mom becomes agitated when she sees the other officers
Like what kind of
talking to her
exercise?
neighbors.
Like
Why did this chick pretend like she can't walk?
Man, get the out of here.
Am I tripping? Those of you who are more mechanically inclined, is it like a lot of stuff that should be there that's not? Or am I tripping? I'm not a grease monkey. The spacing is so the oldest kid can raise the one just born. It's ideal pattern. Yeah. Yeah, it gives them more time. And you're right. You know, because 18-year-olds aren't ready to take care of mama, you know, but older kids, you're right. So by the time the youngest one is out the house and the mother's kicked off welfare, the oldest one hopefully would have found their way in the world, and the mama could just creep into their life. You know, and of course, if the oldest one just so happened to be a girl, then she's in the system herself. It's sick. This artificial matriarchy that they created through the welfare system is sick. Okay, he says look like a normal engine.
Come on, Nick. No.
Push up.
Come over here. Come.
Look how she talked to him. Come.
You're welcome. Finding your child. Okay, we need to check your house.
That's right. She still haven't
quick.
said.
You can't check my house. I ain't giving you no
Okay.
permission. You ain't got no warrant to walk in.
They do know. At least she knows her rights, but that's not a good thing. The way she talked to her son is atrocious.
My house.
We want to make sure your child's safe. So
My son is safe.
okay.
He ain't safe, Brian. Y'all. Like, y'all can't avoid.
She just said he ain't safe around y'all, but she called him.
If they in my house, let me call 911.
If you call 911 while we're standing here, we're going to arrest you for abuse of 911. Call DCF, and they're going to have to take custody of Jay. Is that what you want?
Yep.
He said yeah.
Yep, and I'm getting charged because y'all.
That's just her being
Y'all.
defiant.
We need to make sure that he's being
Y'all
taken care
ain't
of.
respecting my rights. And at the end of the day, my son did what he did. At the end of the day, do he look harm? Look, he healthy. Look at him. Take a picture.
Okay.
Don't put your camera on.
That'll be the only picture of your son. You ain't got no damn pictures of your son. He healthy. Bitch! I cannot stand this broad. Nobody in the world can.
On him. It's like he's not harmed, not one bit. Y'all.
He's out wandering 45th Street on his own. He's 8 years old. That's really not good.
He kept doing it. How many times I told you not to do that, Nick?
I don't. Why do they keep calling this? Why do they keep saying this boy's 8? He's 9.
We just want to make sure there's food, there's bed inside.
No, y'all not coming in my house.
We're not looking for anything else.
All right,
All we
y'all
have
not
to do
coming
is
to my
verify
house.
that he has food, and then we'll be on our way.
Ain't no warrant. Y'all ain't got no warrant. And at the end of the day, it's just like, come on, man. Y'all help me out, and that's fine.
You called us to help you. We're trying to help you.
All right, then. Why you?
You're saying you're taking good care of
Why
him.
y'all
Can we just look at the
scared?
kitchen and make sure he has food? What are y'all having for dinner tonight? Candy.
See, he called her out. What are y'all having for dinner today? Candy. Called her out.
Yep. And all we gotta do is cook some macaroni and cheese, a burger.
Oh, okay. There you go.
You got that in the house?
Yeah.
Mom, can we just see that?
And then we'll
be gone.
No. Y'all can.
This is okay. Let me ask you, why did you call 911 today?
Hello?
You called us to help you, right? I found your son. You called us to find your son. I found him.
You insulting me.
How am I insulting you? I brought your son back to you.
Y'all insulting me in my own fucking home.
They're not in your home.
Finding my son.
Part of our
Like,
response.
if y'all want to put my son into a legal situation and charge me, that is absolutely fine. I mean, I'm going to sue
We
your
don't
ass.
want to do that.
But at the end of the day, y'all can do what you want. Because at the end of the day, I ain't giving you no right to step in my house. And my son is here, and y'all did y'all job. This is my rights.
Okay. How about
But
this?
call DCF and tell DCF to come here and they can check out the house.
How about can you bring out the food to us just so we can see that you have food, and then we don't have to go inside your home. We just want to see.
No. Go get the ribs out the freezer.
Why did she name that boy that? They forgot to beep it out. But why did she
Don't
name
make no
that boy
damn
that?
sense. Y'all call DCR. Call DCR. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
We're gonna call DC if we have to.
I don't give a damn.
Okay.
You ain't even have to.
Do you have a DCF caseworker?
What was that?
Yeah, call him.
What was that grunt?
No, bring the rib. My house, good and cold. AC on, lights on, everything.
See, this is where your taxpayer
You
money is going.
Here,
No,
you
thank
take it.
you.
Take
Nope,
it, take
I'm
it,
good.
ma'am.
That's what you're
You
having for
hungry?
dinner.
You hungry?
That looked
You
disgusting.
hungry? You hungry?
What the? God, maybe it's because I don't eat pork. But that looks disgusting.
Okay. I ain't got to let you in my house. Like,
We asked you to bring out the food. You brought out the food. We're good.
No, don't
Okay.
even come out here. Y'all disrespect my whole. And look, what is your bad symbol?
1648.
No, what is your bad symbol? Bring that back. Bring that ass back.
1648.
Bring that ass back.
She
wanna
just
take a
told
picture?
us to bring that ass back.
No, I'm doing what I'm doing. No. Bring that ass back. What is your badge number?
1648.
Say it again.
1648.
Sir, what is your badge number?
Okay.
1756.
Although the officers told the mother that they would leave, they decided that there was sufficient evidence for a child neglect charge. They headed back to the residence to arrest her.
I'm telling you, look at this fat ass nigga. If you want people to respect your uniform, especially in modern times, you should be reasonably in shape. There isn't a reason, shout out to the tall cop and the other cops. But this black dude and that white chick, I mean, listen, you shouldn't be shaped like a truck driver because you're not a truck driver. Why are firefighters reputedly in better health than you all? I mean, y'all got to represent, even if the aspects of your job isn't particularly physical. You walking around in a uniform. Come on now.
Camera's in the car. Let me grab that. And guys, if she does crack the door, put your foot in there.
I want one of those Coronas. I won't.
Yeah. I'm on hallway. I said immediate response? Yeah. Open the door. Let's see. Go in that piece of wood.
Is there a property manager with a key?
Yeah, it's just me.
Okay. Can I talk to you outside? You can just wait over here.
No, my son's he can come up.
No, he can just wait. You can wait inside the house real quick. You just talk to me real quick.
What is that?
Put your hands on your back.
Why?
Put your hands on your back. I'll explain to you in a moment, okay?
Okay.
Is there anyone at all that can care for Jeffrey, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle?
What is this? What I'm being charged?
Arrest.
What I'm being charged with?
Child neglect.
How is child neglect when I'm calling the police because he's?
How is that not neglect?
Is there anybody we can
I
call?
can't run. My knees is bad.
You ain't gotta run. I mean, he wasn't
I'll
running
get
from
that for
you.
Michelle.
He should be, figuratively speaking, at least.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. We'll talk
That's
to him in a second, okay?
crazy. Bradley.
Let me get
Is there
that
somebody
first
else in the house?
Yeah, Bradley. Wake up, Bradley.
Who's Bradley?
Here.
All right, come on in.
Come on. I got her and you can go.
There's a whole nigga in the house. All this time. It's a whole nigga in the house all this time. Because her son named something like Nunu or something like that. And now she's screaming for Bradley. And that's why she wouldn't let the cops in the house earlier. Because of Bradley. Because it puts in the face all the lies that's going on. That's what it's doing. Because who's Bradley is the question. Like, my knees are bad. Well, is Bradley's knees bad too? You got a whole homosexual. Oh God, and he's hitting that. Yeah. These dudes be like, I'll have to pay. My chick takes care of me. Oh my God. Ugh. Sleeping with that all the time is the worst job ever. Oh, imagine being a slave and having her ass bid on you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ugh. That probably is baby daddy number 4 because the one son is 17. Now I don't know if the mother still gets benefits if the child is in juvenile hall. I really don't. They shouldn't. But yeah, she's likely working on, she probably has a few eggs left and she's looking to get another check.
For the child. Which one's your
Y'all
car?
ridiculous, man.
Or we'll put them in.
Thanks.
Damn people. No, don't run in my house. Like, why aren't you running in somebody's house?
Hey, give him 5 man. Who else is in here? Is your brother in here? Who else is here? Huh? Who else is here? Nobody's in trouble.
Too tall.
Yeah. Who else is here? Nobody.
Like, that's disrespectful.
See,
Then
he's still-
you
he's
gave
still-
him the permission.
Put her in Russ' car.
You sitting there talking.
He's still trying to protect his mom. Like, he's still trying to protect his mom. There's somebody in that damn house. Okay, I figured it out. Here's what's going on. She ain't supposed to have no niggas in there. Because this is Section 8, low income, because this is some type of government subsidized housing, she's not supposed to have no niggas in there. And the son knows this. He was instilled with this. So, he was trained to not tell the authorities of the existence of this Bradley nigga. That dude that they sneak into the place, which is why they do not have brothers like me in neighborhoods like this, because I am snitching. And this isn't no anonymous thing. Hey, Bradley, you could come see me. I'm the one. I live in building 227, and yes, I did snitch on you.
Talking and shit. Like, who does that? Can I get my house keys?
Where they at?
In the house.
Okay. Just let me know exactly where they are.
I'm gonna check your pockets, make sure. Do you have anything?
No, it's a zipper in my bed.
What color is your zipper?
The zipper. Like, girl, get off of me.
We're gonna
Like,
take
why
this
are you
off.
touching? No,
No.
you ain't gotta do all that.
We have rules. Does your grandma want you over?
No, you ain't got to do all that. Look at this. She's not concerned about where her son is going. But let me show y'all where she is concerned.
Touch it. No,
No.
you ain't gotta do all that.
Relax.
No, not my bonnet.
We have rules. Does your grandma want you over?
Not my bonnet.
Does your grandma ever come up and want you?
I think that there's like a cultural significance to bras like this and a bonnet. I really do. I think it's deeper than just a fashion thing or a functional thing, in the sense that it's supposed to cover your hair, I guess. I think it's deeply cultural. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but yeah, it looks like trash to everybody else in the world, but I don't think they care. Salute Afro National. And she didn't cry when they put her son in the back of a police car twice in one day. She didn't cry then, but they took off that button. No.
Delta 4425.
No? Do you see her a lot?
I just want to go to Lincoln Park.
Fucking rules. Okay. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all doing too much.
This way. Make a look.
Man, put that thing back on my head. Put that thing back on my head.
She is commanding the cops to put that thing. She don't even have a proper noun for it, but she's demanding that you put it back on her head. Okay, LSP says I wear bonnets to keep my hair from messing up. No, look at it. I mean, it obviously didn't do the job in her case, but no, I get it. It's like a wave cap. It's functional, but for some people, wave caps are like deeply cultural. Like like that's their colors. That's whatever. That's important to them. I don't. It's not my place to judge it, but I'm just her reaction to it is funny.
I'm not taking a photo right now. So why I can't wear my fucking
We're not
headband?
taking a photo. Get in the car. Get in the car.
Listen. You number one, you ain't gotta blow up. All right, just get in the car, okay?
This is ridiculous. Like, why I'm being charged for child neglect?
She said, why am I being charged? I mean, because child neglect is the answer to why you're being charged. The answer to why you're being charged for child neglect is because you neglected your child.
Why I'm being charged for child neglect?
You all right, bud?
I just wanted to get comfortable.
Yeah.
Pick up here.
What?
DCF's coming here.
Or the station. We can take them to the station.
What would you prefer? She's asking me where.
How far out is she?
This is just the central office station. They haven't made contact with me.
Probably HQ, so we can have a night shift.
I want to know how much money this is.
Okay, let's count it together. What grade? You said you're in third grade or second?
Third grade.
Do you know how to add?
10.
So that's 10. What's 10 plus 5?
10 plus 5?
Yeah. So you
11.
got 10. No, that's 10 plus 1. So then you count. You got 10, and then you count.
Okay, so as y'all know, math, science was my thing. I don't know at what age you should be capable of properly counting money. But I do know that at that age I was. And I was kind of like deep in, and I'm not, well, I think that he's of the age to where he should be able to do that. So he might be a little delayed to no fault of his own because he has crap like his mom to deal with, which is impeding his academic progress. So that goes back to what the brother was saying earlier about, what type of provider is going to come out of his room. Yeah, it's tough if he's, because I counted my birthday money at 9. I played Monopoly at 9. Like so he's a little behind. With proper parenting, he'll get back on track. I don't think anything is wrong with him. So yeah, but he's gonna have to play catch up with so many kids. And see, it's not his fault, because even if he's not, okay. The the third grade is not the third grade because everybody in the class in his class at, whatever elementary school that he's going to, that's close to that apartment building, is full of kids that are from that apartment building, and they're full of kids whose parents are day drinkers, during the workday. So that is your life. They will hold back the class. So I don't think that the third grade is the third grade anymore. But yeah, it's sad. She asked was 10 plus 5 is, and he said 11. I mean, yeah, it's a little complicated. It's a little complicated because 10 is a 10-digit or a 2-digit number. And the total amount exceeds the number of fingers he has. But I still think that he's a little old for that, given all that.
Count to 5 more, right? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
All right, so Kevin Murray said something. And like I said, I was a bit ahead of the curve in math. Not anything else, not spelling or anything, but definitely in math. So, all right. If that's okay, then that's okay, because he's not in the 4th grade. He's in the 3rd grade. He just turned 9 and he's in the 3rd grade. So, yeah, if you don't know, then he don't know.
15. So that's 15.
15.
And then you got 20. So 20 plus 15 is 35.
$35?
Yeah.
Yay. I want to go taste though.
Well, we're going to get you comfortable, okay?
So this boy has $35 that he didn't receive from his mom, or his incarcerated father. I'm gonna hope for the best. I'm hoping that he's not taking it from strangers. And if so, he's taking it from them in a decent. Here's what I mean by that. I seen a Mexican boy at a previous neighborhood I lived in, who was dumpster diving, as some kids did, as they did in my day, for recyclables. Now, what I do, and I have it right now, I have a garage full of it, is I put my water bottles in plastic bags that I keep in the garage, and then when I have some spare time, like I should be right now, I take it to the recycle place and get some money from it. Not because I really need the bread, but because for the sake of the environment. All right. So I see a little Mexican boy about his age, and I see him out, dumpster diving. I was like, hey, I got a whole garbage bag full of recyclables, right? And so, he took it. He was grateful. And then, I don't know if it was the same day or the next day, he came back with his slightly older sister. And they was like, mister, you got any more? And I was like, yeah, I do. And I gave him that. And then he came back again. And this was a different day. And I didn't have any more, but I gave him some chores to do. Now, what I had him do was wash my car. But the thing is that he's not really capable of washing it the way it needs to be washed, because he can't reach the top of it and all that stuff. So, it's that. But so if that boy came across a neighbor like myself, and he got the money from the recyclables and he got the money from the car wash, I see him making $35. I could see him doing that. But and I'm hoping it's something like that, not anything strange. All right, let me see what y'all saying. They drill recycling into California. I did the same. Yeah, I didn't do it when I was a kid, but there were kids that did it. So for reasons that I don't want to get into, one summer I was in Arkansas, and there was a rumor that the key thing when you open a soda can, that if you took those to the hospital, you get money for it. And I'm talking like big money, like more than the entire can itself, just taking like the pop top. More than you would get recycling the entire can itself. So we went around looking for that, had like a Ziploc bag full of it. Never cashed in. I don't even think it was a thing. Like, it doesn't make sense, to recycle something like that. But yeah, that's what kids do from time to time. You want to make a little extra bread. So whatever he did, he got it, and it's his money, and his mom tried to take it from him. He's like, no, and he can't even count it. So
DCF's going to respond to HQ. Here, watch your feet. We got to just give me a couple minutes, all right? Here, watch your feet. I don't want to slam the door on them.
Yeah.
Huh?
I apologize for my kids only, bro. Oh, apologize. None of this shit, bro. I apologize to my kids only because I'm being racially profiled. This
she's
don't
still
make
a
no
victim.
fucking sense, dog. Hey, on the
She's still a
shit.
victim.
Ain't no bitch that's out there just doing dumb shit. God damn, bro. This my family, bro. Okay. We don't make no damn sense. Like,
The mother was charged with 1 count of child neglect without great bodily harm. She was transferred to the local county jail for booking. What are your thoughts on this case? Do you agree with the officers coming back to arrest the woman after they told her they would leave? Let us know in the
Absolutely.
comments section below. Thanks for watching.
Okay, here's the thing. If you have I'm not saying that if you're a parent, you can't drink. But just like you need a designated driver, you need a designated sober parent. A child should not be in a situation where all adults are intoxicated. In my opinion, and it's probably because I don't drink, but that is neglectful. So, if you have like a party and, everybody is tipsy, you have 20 adults there and, maybe 5 kids or something, but all the adults, then yeah, then that is, depending on the extent, in my opinion, that is neglect and that is irresponsible. Okay. So y'all think that's bad. And once again, we're talking about what they're doing to these boys, what they're doing to their sons. A lot of it, like with this woman, is negligence, but a lot of it is engineered. A lot of it is contrived. A lot of it is deliberate, is the word that I'm looking for. And I'm going to explain that one to you too. So give me a second. Hit that like button and give me a second. All right. What's that buzzing for? I got to get that news thing off my phone. I had it on before because, I get a couple of stories that I could tell y'all about, but really it just bothers me too many times during the day, so I'm just leave it alone. Okay, so here we go. Hit that like button.
Stop pushing me, bro. This job. I know. And that's why we don't respect y'all, bro. You're a liar.
On August 31st, 2022, officers were dispatched to an apartment complex following reports of a juvenile wielding a knife during a conflict with his sister. The altercation stemmed from a disagreement with his mother regarding his refusal to attend school. Upon their arrival, the officers located the juvenile outside the apartment.
So, man, do you...
Okay. Now, we spoke earlier about how, and this is another one of these ghetto, government assisted apartment complexes. We spoke earlier about how they have to make sure that their kids go to school. That's really their only job, because if the kids are truant, then it puts their government assistance in jeopardy. So really, the only parenting that they are concerned about is getting their kids to school. So we've established that. Um, and we've also established how Black women are using police as slave catchers, so to speak. Now let's watch this play through.
You live here? All right. Where's your mom at? In there? All right. Are you all right?
Yeah.
You have a knife on you, buddy?
No, I haven't.
You put it right there?
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm going to make sure you ain't got nothing else on you. All right. What's your name, dude?
Adrian.
Adrian, how old are you, man?
15.
15? What's this in your stomach?
Yeah.
You don't think. You know it's protruding through your damn pants, right?
Yeah.
Cut your pants off. Yeah, any other weapons on you, homie?
Uh-uh.
You said you're 15?
Okay. Little disrespectful. Bit of like a microaggression, throwing his comb on the ground like that. I don't know if he meant anything by it.
Yes.
Is your mom hurt?
Yes. No, my sister is, because she pushed me. She tried to drag me out the house, and then she pushed me because I didn't want to go to school because I have a headache. And yesterday, I put my head down in school, and then the teacher started making a problem out of nothing. And then that's when she tried to pull me out the house. I pushed her, and she ran up to me, so I punched her twice.
Your sister?
My sister, yeah.
She's hurt, man?
Her nose was bleeding, so I'm pretty sure she's fine now.
All
And
right.
then my little brother and my mom and my...
Okay. I remembered this situation differently. So his sister grabbed him to drag him out the house because she felt that he's supposed to, to tell him to go to school. He refused, pushes back, and then she runs up on him, and he hits her with a 2-piece. Tell me what y'all think about that situation. Should shoving, did he escalate the situation, or did she? Because she was the first to put hands on him, but he was the first to, use impact on her. So, yeah, give me your thoughts on that.
Jumping your sister?
Jumping me.
Jumping you?
And then I slapped my little brother with a pillow.
How was he? Shoot, why you do that?
Because he was grabbing knives and trying to stab me.
All right, so walk me again through just what happened in the beginning.
This morning I woke up. She said, "Get ready for school." I said, "I can't. I have a headache. It's like a massive migraine. It's even worse now." And she's telling me, "I don't care." But the teachers keep making a problem out of it. Every time I put my head down in school, the schools want to be patrolling me and do everything.
Gotcha. So
and then that's when my sister got up. It was like, "I'm tired of you disrespecting my mom. I didn't want to disrespect your mom. First of all, I said I just have a headache and I don't feel like going to school." And she talked about, "I could get truancy." No, you can't, because it's only one day. You could get truancy if it's 30 days.
You want to go?
See, they're not concerned with the missed education. They're concerned with getting truancy. The parents are held accountable for a truancy.
Go in. He did say that the knife's right there. He said that he did punch his sister. Her nose is in there bleeding, but he said he didn't stab anybody.
She tried to lie and say I stabbed somebody?
No. She just said that you had a knife. So we got to make sure, obviously, that we're here, that nobody's hurt other than your sister's nose, right? But anyway, so you don't want to go to school. I got a headache. Said truancy. Then what?
Then she tried to pull me out the house, and then that's when I punched her.
Who, your mom or your sister?
My sister.
Why did your sister try to pull you out the house, though?
Because she was trying to put me out the house.
How old is she?
16, 17.
Well, she got to go to the same school as you do today? Where she go to school?
She goes to school next week. She starts next week.
You guys go to different school? Oh, yeah, got you. All right. So then she punches you.
Okay, so the sister is older. So that's important, at least at that age, but not too important. Okay, so here's the thing. I was going to point out the wrongdoing of the police officers in this situation because I misheard it the first time, and I thought that the sister punched him in the face and he defended himself. He returned in kind. But now it seems like she pulled him or whatever, and pushed him. And to me, that's an unnecessary escalation, given the circumstances. He should know better. But still, I want y'all to watch how this plays out.
You punch her like she's pulling you out of the house?
Yeah, I pushed her and then she ran up towards me with her fist out.
So you what, that and punched her in the nose? All right, so walk me through what's up with your little 9-year-old brother. How'd that happen then?
Because he was like, "You're not about to hit my sister. You're not about to do that." And then he grabbed the knife.
This knife?
No, not that knife. He grabbed like a cake knife.
Uh-huh.
And then charged at me and slapped him with a pillow.
Slapped him. Okay. Is he hurt? Have you ever been in like any kind of trouble before?
Any kind of trouble? Yeah.
Yeah, like Dan Street. Did you have to go?
Yeah.
What for?
A lot of stuff.
For real?
That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to send me back there.
Are you on probation?
No.
What did you have to go there for? Like, what'd you get charged for?
Charges. I don't know.
You don't remember?
It was like custody stuff.
Oh, that's not.
Charges.
That's not like trouble. You know what I mean?
I was in the jail up there.
Cleveland, damn.
Brings up a good point. It says he's probably a problem, but that's what happens when no men are around. Yeah. Yeah. You don't behave like that when there's an overwhelming physical threat, when there's a dominant male in the home. You don't. Yeah. So, yeah, very poignant.
All right. Did you? So you had this? Did you threaten your mom with this or anybody else? Just be straight. If you did, it is what it is. But all right. Do you take medicine for anything, man? You get like, what I'm saying, like depression or anything like that?
I get depressed because of my mom.
But do you get treated for it? Do you see a doctor?
I get depressed because of my mom.
So, I mean, I'm not. This is coming from a guy who like trusts or wants the best for you, but you understand like this reaction to your life problems. You could benefit. You may be depressed. You ever thought about like maybe going down and talking to a doctor about
Stop
it?
waving that knife at the kid.
You know what I mean? Like this is not a normal reaction to stress. You know what I mean? Because life is going to throw you, messed up situations and stressful situations, and so you're not on probation or anything like that too, right?
She tried to threaten to call the police to escort me out.
Yeah, no, she did that for sure.
And she probably gonna try to press charges or something to get rid of me.
I'm not sure what she's gonna try to do here. We don't even know what exactly happened. Anyway, you were staying here because you knew we was coming, or were you getting ready to go to school? Why were you out here already?
Because she kicked me out.
How do you get to school? Do you catch a bus?
I catch the van. They already pulled up. I told them to leave because I was getting on.
So then you was just hanging out for us? Did you know we were coming? Yes. Okay. Is that what you were doing? Okay. So Adrian said that today you got headaches. So his mom don't feel like going to school. You got a headache. She's like, you gotta go to school. You can't be truant. I'll call the police. Sister got upset. She was being naughty with mom. He was being naughty with mom. Had to force him out of the house. He punched her in the face twice. Little brother grabbed a cake knife and said, "Don't stab my sister." So he smacked him in the head with a pillow. Right? Smacked him in the head. You smacked your head in the head.
No, you said my little brother said you're not gonna stab my sister.
I'm sorry. Touched my sister. I apologize. And then he grabbed the cake knife, right? and then you hit him in the head with a pillow. It says a count of events.
What you doing, bro? What is you doing?
Put your hands on your back.
Fight, bro. Hey. Not fight, man. It's really not worth it.
Get off. I didn't do nothing, bro. I
You're
didn't do
arrested
nothing.
today, okay? That's what's gonna happen.
I didn't do nothing, though. I didn't do nothing. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I didn't even do nothing, bro. Get off of me, for real.
This is where it starts to get weird. As is, of course, it wasn't normal before, but you shouldn't be screaming like that. That's very strange. So this is what the lack of masculine presence does to a person. I mean, he's 15. He's recently come to the realization that he can physically best both his mother, sister, and his 9-year-old brother. And he's confused. He's extremely confused. But even though I guess he's somewhat coming to his physicality, he has a poor understanding of masculinity. And this all stems from not having a father, by the way. This all stems from that. And then the cops come and this happens. And yeah.
Put your hands on your back.
Stop it. Stop. Get off of me, bro.
Put your hands on your back.
Get off of me. Get off.
You don't want to
Get off of me.
Put your hands on your
Get
back.
off of me. Get off of
He's
me.
not listening. Put your hands
Get
on your
off of
back.
me. Get off of me.
Put your hands behind your back.
Get off. Get off. Get off. They keep touching me.
Put your hands on your back. Quit resisting.
Get off. Shut up. Get off.
Quit resisting.
Get off. Get off. Get off.
on your stomach.
Get
Roll
off.
onto your stomach. Roll onto
Stop
your
putting my face into the ground. Stop putting my face into the ground. Stop putting. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. I did it. I did it. No, because I had a headache, Mom. I had a headache. You're supposed to be in school. Stop. Okay, no, stop. They're putting my face into the ground. They're putting my face into right now. Turn around. Stop putting my face into the ground. Turn around. Oh, Mom. Come on.
Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy.
Just come.
So here you have a scene where the mother. Oh, by the way, to those people who talk crap about passport bros and all this, oh, you're just getting with these dirty foot. This woman right here is a dirty foot woman. She's literally out in her pajamas with no damn shoes on. She didn't have the decency to put some clothes on. These are pajamas. She didn't have the decency to put some clothes on, knowing that the cops are coming. Everybody else, including her son, has to get up and go somewhere. Now let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that. Because people learn from what they see in addition to what they're taught. And he hasn't made the distinction yet because he doesn't understand that he's in a matriarchy. From his point of view, because he didn't just say he has a headache, he said he had a migraine, which I, quite frankly, for a long period of time, and I know it's not technically or scientifically that, but something like that is connected to menstrual cycles. It's implied when a woman says that she has a migraine that it's a byproduct. It's a side effect of her cycle. So that's the word that this young man used to describe the type of headache that he has. He's used to seeing a woman sit on her ass and not work for 15 damn years. To walk around with her pajamas barefoot for 15 years. And if anybody questioned it, if anybody pushed mama, if anybody shoved mama, mama would call the police on them. So that's what he sees. A woman not really contributing to society, but dictating how society contributes to her. And he's under the impression that he could do the same thing with the same results. This screaming, this, quite frankly, young man, you're screaming like a bitch. And which is going to make school worse for you. Like, school isn't better for you now. You wasn't at home because you had a migraine. You were staying at home because for social or academic reasons, school is less comfortable for you than it is for most children. Because you're not even like the type of kid that's ditching school. You wake up, you put your clothes on, and then you say you go to school, but really you're going out to hang out with friends. No, you have a desire to lay in bed all day. So things socially is not very comfortable for you at school. And screaming like a bitch like this is not going to help. It's not going to help. Now you have a completely different reason to avoid going to school tomorrow or, in the future. Because this was done in 2022, so you're still in high school.
Oh, I can't. The best you can, you don't want to hurt. You have to before they end up hurting. Turn around. Turn around. Stop doing that.
Already.
Get off. Get off. Get off. Turn around. Turn around.
Hey, Mom, be quiet for a second.
Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of my arm.
Okay, Lion asks a good question. I agree, but what is arresting him going to do? What's arresting him going to do is send a message that we can pull you, we can shove you, we could push you, and you are not able to retaliate. That's what that's saying. We can do these things to you, but if you do that to us, we will retaliate. It's the same thing that was going on during Jim Crow. We push you, and if you push us back, you go to jail or you get lynched or something like that. The mother here is sending a message that even though now we can't physically dominate you as we did in the past, because I'm pretty sure she was one of those belt mamas. Even though that's no longer the case, there's still a different type of belt going on. There is no daddy. Okay, this is another situation. 3 kids. He has the older sister, he has himself, and then he has a 9-year-old. 3 kids plus the age gap that I always talk about. This is the same situation. It's always going to be 3 kids, and it's always going to be an age gap between the youngest and the oldest. About 10 years. This is the situation. You're going to see this all the time when they are taking advantage of the system. Like Zone was saying earlier, 3 is the maximum that they will get GA benefits for.
You know what?
I mean, at this point, you need to listen to what we don't want to hurt you.
Y'all trying to take me to jail.
Yeah, you're gonna be
what you just did was assault. She hit me first. Stop putting my...
Then she says truancy. It's funny that if he gets locked up for truancy, she loses benefits. if he gets locked up for assault, she maintains her benefits. Just saying. Okay. Using the police force as a proxy father. Listen, every government employee and volunteer is a proxy father to these kids. And none of these people, see, here's the thing. They want these proxy fathers because real fathers require authority in the household, of the household, and some authority over the woman. So they don't want anybody to have authority over them, which is why they don't get a regular damn husband. But they do want they do want somebody, you know, that can do some push-ups with authority over their kids. And that is the school system, and that is the police force, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Why they just sit on their fat ass and walk around with no shoes on, eating bonbons. Oh, they can't afford bonbons. Eating whatever's left at the bottom of a toaster and broken up Pop-Tarts.
My head into the ground. One more chance, Mom. Mom, one more chance.
See, all of this is to humble him.
Mom, ow, my arm. My arm, Mom, one more chance. I promise, one more chance. Walk out, Mom, walk out.
Begging his mama.
Please, Mom.
Look at what she raised.
Mom, please. Mom, please.
Begging his mama.
Mom, get off of my face. Get off of my
Is that the sister? Is that fat, disgusting bitch 17? What the fuck? Hold on. What the hell is that? Oh God, that is disgusting. Ever notice that black men and black women come from the same damn womb, but this is the genetic difference? She was gonna sit in that because she didn't come until like they started putting cuffs on her. She was gonna sit in the house and just wait for the arrest to happen until she heard screaming like a bitch. And now here he is, begging at his mother's bare feet as the white man's foot is literally on his neck. This is a matriarchy. It's enforced and funded by the government. And another thing, there's no damn reason in the world why the daughter don't have to go to school, but the son does. Like, oh no, school hasn't started for her. Like, why do y'all live in the same building? Y'all damn near the same age, but you got to go to school and she don't? Y'all got two high schools right next to each other? That's redundant.
Give me his eye. You can't do that.
No, let me see what they did. Let me see what they did.
Stop resisting before they go. Touching me. Stop resisting.
You're resisting, Mom.
Stop
You're
resisting.
Just
stop resisting.
You say, why don't the cops just take him to school? I mean, because he's crying like a bitch. Like, this is how he acts when you try to take him anywhere. Okay, let me read super chat because there's a question here that's riled up the chat room. So let me see what's going on. It says, do you think it would be for the best for everyone if we Black American women just didn't reproduce and disappear from the face of the earth? Real question. No. However, a certain segment of you shouldn't. Absolutely. And it is a large portion of that particular ethnic gender that should not reproduce. And quite frankly, would not reproduce if somebody wasn't paying them to reproduce. These women are getting paid to reproduce. So if you take away that mechanism, that engine, then these women wouldn't reproduce at all. And of course, they would eventually disappear off the face of the earth. Not through like a Thanos snap or anything like that, but just through, growing old and dying alone with an empty womb. And their cats will eat them after they die. So that would be the natural response. So if you're talking about the effect, the cause of eliminating these social programs, that would be the effect. The cause being eliminating the social program. The effect would be not having children and dying alone. Your only motivation in life is for self-fulfillment. You wouldn't have children. This woman here wouldn't have had children if somebody hasn't paid her to have children. Do I think that the entirety of Black women should do this? Of course not. But those whose only desire to have children is based on the government's willingness to pay them to do so, absolutely. Absolutely. Afro National says natural selection. Yes, there's nothing natural about a welfare state. There isn't. So, yeah. Actually, Freeman Journal, it was you that put me onto that. Like, I seen it, but I didn't really pay attention to the pattern until you brought that to my attention, the age gap thing. Let's see. But yes, it would be best for everyone. Okay, let me see if I got any more because it's I gotta let it buffer a bit. So give me a second. Say thanks for answering. Hey, thanks for the super chat. It is strange that he left the house with a backpack and was standing outside, refusing to go to school. That's weird as I don't know what. This whole situation, like the daughter not going to school, like, and it seems like there's a 9-year-old that's not going to school either. Now, the thing does say it's August 31st, so I can see how some schools would start and others wouldn't. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, listen, I mean, I joke, crying like a bitch and all that, but the truth of the matter is that his only life's influence were bitches, his older sister and his mama. So, I mean, where else would he even learn masculine reactions two situations. It's sad but true. That's what a matriarchy. That's how matriarchy works.
President's eyeballs. Let's just not leave that do that. Turn around.
Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me.
Now, at any time, she could drop the charges. But he needs this humility.
Just stop resisting.
Decision mind.
Stop resisting.
Let go.
Stop resisting.
597 Roman, confirming 2
Get off my neck. Get off my neck.
No, I'm not pressing charges.
You heard her. You heard her.
You need to comply, buddy. Let go.
You heard her. I'm sorry.
Down, the cat is down.
I'm not pressing
10-12, I got you out.
Begging at your mama bare feet while the white men are pushing you to the ground. This is a matriarchy. This man-child is begging at his mama's bare feet. While the white man forces you to the ground. She's getting off on this. He is now humbled. He now knows not to disobey mama. Remember before I was telling y'all that I was going to explain to y'all exactly the process that they use to control their sons? This is it. This is it. He has now been completely humbled. The daughter is about to grow up and start a matriarchy of her own. The son has been raised in a way to where he can't appeal to any other community. Men look at somebody like this with sheer and complete and total fucking disgust. To be frank as possible. Same as women of other communities. The only one that's going to take him in is another fat bitch that you know, that he would also have to bow to the feet of. Exactly, butt breaking.
Go, buddy.
Yo, my neck.
He's also been I will monitor him.
That's not how it works. We have to take him to the hospital and the jail.
But you're poking your fucking fingers in his eye.
No, I wasn't.
Yo, my neck. You heard her.
You need to comply, buddy. Let go.
You heard her. I'm sorry.
Cat is down, the cat is down. 10-12, I got you out.
Let go, buddy.
Yo, my neck.
He's also been I will monitor him.
That's not how it works. We have to take him to the hospital and the jail.
But you're poking your fucking fingers in his eye,
No, I
bro.
wasn't.
I see what you did, bro. I see what you did, bro.
There's another barefoot bitch right there. For all the crap that they talk about these barefoot women overseas, y'all ain't got no damn shoes on. It's people that spit on the same ground, and I'm pretty sure you live in a neighborhood where homeless people piss on it. And dogs piss on it. And you just walking on it with your bare feet and tracking it back into your house. You're a disgusting human beings. And they talk about, oh, you messing with those overseas. At least they look worth a damn. This is disgusting.
Bro, you ain't gotta lie about it. You don't punch him. That's not legal. That's unprofessional. It's a kid. It's a kid. He's still a kid. You don't poke your fingers in his eyes. That's not cool.
Oh, never let go.
Are you calling God, eyeballs though. Stop.
Yeah, where's that shots fired at? Car force call.
Mama.
Triplet to Sylvan. Found the one shot.
Just already. No, they just go.
Yes, come
Oh,
on.
you want to anybody with eight?
Calm down.
Unless you have single 5. We get somebody with 8.
They just want to
Okay, he says, Is that the mom saying that or something? No, that's the mom. That's the mom whose feet he's begging at. The woman right here, this fat hooves, is his sister likely.
You'll be out. You'll be out when they let you out.
Tell him to put his hands behind his back.
Put your hands behind your back.
Mom, just don't press Just don't press
Please, no, you need to stop doing the shit you fucking doing around here.
Mom, please.
Put your hands behind your back, buddy.
You see that? Even while saying, you know, she's happy, like, yeah, he learned his lesson. He's begging at my feet now. You need to stop doing the shit that you be doing around here. In other words, respect my authority. I am the matriarch.
You're resisting arrest. Okay, we'll figure something out, please. We'll figure something out, I swear. I swear we'll figure something out, I swear.
We haven't secured him yet.
We'll figure something out, just wait.
Probably 2 to 3 more years.
Ow, my arm. Ow.
No, you can't.
Trust me.
Back up.
Trust me, Mom.
Back up.
Trust me, Mom.
Back up. Back up, Mom. Thank you.
No.
Nothing but women. Nothing but women in the background. Nothing but women at home during the day. These aren't housewives. These aren't any wives. These are women just eating off the system, getting fat off the system.
You're acting stupid. Please put your hands behind your back. Please put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Please put your hands behind your back. And now we got more officers coming. I'm not gonna be able to control shit when they come to me.
Okay, put my arms on my back.
Do that. Put your right hand
Now, do it now. Do it now.
Stop pushing my head down.
Do it now. Just do what you do when he asks you to.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
Next, let's go. Please, before other officers come here, please. 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 Be affordable, please.
Mom, take my phone.
Yeah, it's sad that he's behaving like this. I mean, because men tend to, and I know he's not a man yet, but a rationally thinking person would understand that this is not he's not thinking this through, which means that he's in a very emotional state now. But he's not really looking at it like, is there any situation where this struggling is going to end with me not in the back of a police car? Because it's obvious that he don't want to go. But, which, you know, I can understand why. I mean, you know, I didn't want to go to juvenile hall either. But, I mean, he hasn't really come to the conclusion that that's unpreventable, that that's an unavoidable thing. And the only thing you can do at this point is go with dignity. And we've all been 15-year-old black kids, and I'm pretty sure most, if not all of you, have been in handcuffs. I have. You know, I've never been arrested, but I've been in handcuffs before, and the only thing that's left is your dignity. Like, what the fuck was that? You know, I mean, have I been in handcuffs? Yes. Is there evidence of me crying like a bitch on the way to the police car? No. That's like, what the hell?
Please,
just can't. I can't.
But I have a father.
There we go.
There you go.
Mom.
Hang on, hang on, Mom.
Mom, take my phone.
All right.
Maybe that's all on this part.
Still need a supervisor.
This bitch is recording it. This bitch is recording it. His sister, his fat ass sister, is there recording it to just add to his humiliation. I mean, she's gonna they're gonna bring this up when, you know, because the cops, what we're watching is the body cam footage. The cops is you know, definitely they have to record it. That's what we're watching. She don't have to record this. She don't have to, you know, add to his humiliation like this. She's gonna hold this over his head for the rest of his life. That's why she's doing this. That's the sickness that he was. So because now they've established, next time I tell you to do something, your ass better do it. That's the result that they want. These fat ugly bitches.
All right, that's gonna be a couple minutes.
So I just got here.
You cannot do that. I would not live in a hospital.
I'm gonna take him to a clinic.
I'm not sure how close our back is.
It's too tall. We need to actually try.
Let's get him to the car.
These are some ugly bitches. Calling to cops to correct your son's behavior problems. Because you have no other means of disciplining your children.
Don't resist no more.
Yeah, you
Don't
can.
resist no more. Don't resist no more.
Give me try.
No, don't resist no more.
Come on, we're
Calm
gonna
down.
Never gonna get better.
Calm down. You've been doing this for 4 years, baby. Calm down. Calm down.
Okay, Mom, we're gonna take him to the car. Let him talk. Hey, Mom.
Just calm down.
Hey, Mom. Mom. We're gonna take him to the car. Okay.
Probably gonna be more 13s out of this, but we just need to get him to the car.
Please calm down. Calm down.
We're going these steps.
Yeah. Yep. Come on, hey, listen. First name again. What's your first name again? Adrian. We're gonna walk down these steps, man. All right, come on, buddy.
That's it right there.
Okay.
Just kill him.
Okay.
Just
Come
kill
on,
me
come on,
already,
man.
bro. I don't
Please
want
don't
to
resist them anymore. Go down the stairs.
Come on, Adrian, let's go.
The stairs.
Come on.
Just go down the stairs.
Mom was hitting on me.
Yeah, Mom is number 2.
So when he said 15, and apparently 15 is a code for assault, and he said possible multiple 15s, he was talking about the mom. So we're gonna see how that plays out too.
Because you were putting your fingers in my eyes.
No, buddy.
You were putting your fingers in my eyes, bro. Yes, you were.
He's cut. I'm good. You're cut. You get that last one. I don't know. You got a cut.
Get off of me, bro. Get off. Get off of me. Get off, bro. Get off. Stop touching me. Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me. I don't want to.
Come on, bro.
No.
You just walk.
Get off of me.
Just stand up. Just stand up.
Get
Come
off
on.
of me. I don't want to.
Stand up.
I don't want to get off of me. I want to. Get off of me. I just want to. You
need to stand up. Let's go.
Walk, buddy.
Get off of me. Let's walk. Come on.
Ow, stop slapping me. Adrian, man. Stop touching me.
Adrian, just stand up. Stand up. Put your feet below you.
Stop touching me. Stop touching me. Stop touching me.
If you're not going to stand up, we're going to have to carry you.
Stop touching me.
This is the results of being, this is what this environment breeds. When I was just a little boy, just a little niggero, I hated, largely because I didn't understand them, I really hated shots from the doctor. I know they still do it. It's just an unfortunate part of adolescence. But I hated it. But acting like this, even at I was a third his age, even then, is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. So, which leads me to conclude that, in addition to poor upbringing, because he threatened suicide, I think that there's something else up with this kid. That now, granted, there's something up with a lot of kids, possibly chemically, but it's the parents' responsibility to, first of all, catch this and have a proper reaction to it. And that proper reaction isn't to just let it play out until he's 15 and then call the cops on him. No, something's up with this kid. And maybe the migraines is a result of it.
Stop. Stop.
Come on, man.
Stop.
Nope, stop. Stop kicking. You gotta speak. Stop one.
Get over me. Get over me.
Get up, come on. You're done.
Come on,
You're done.
man. You're done. You're done. Get up. I gotta let go of the leg.
Get off of my neck. Get off of my neck.
Get up, man. Get up.
Get off. Get off of my neck.
Adrian, get in the car.
I want to. Please get off of me.
Come on.
Stop pushing me, bro.
This job.
I know, man. This is a job. You okay?
I'm good.
You not scratched or anything?
No, I'm good. But I mean,
Right.
here's the deal.
Go blue.
I'm still alive. Yeah.
A lot of people like to paint cops as sadistic. They have to arrest this. The mother asked them to do this, and then told the boy to stand outside and wait for the cops. This was going to happen, but they did not want to do this. They did all that crap. Who wants to do that? I mean, he put him in the car. He's like, fuck this job. I don't blame him. I never got scratched at my job. I damn sure ain't never had to. I don't even want to smell that shit. I don't want to smell a bunch of fat barefooted bitches' feet. Like all of this. I'm so glad I did not become a cop.
This man.
2597
Hi, could you come downstairs? Your son wants to talk to you, and need you to sign some papers.
Damn, this guy old.
I don't know. He said he wants to talk to you.
You want to talk to you?
If you don't want to talk to him, you don't have to. But
Why did she have to come downstairs? She didn't even see her son off. She just went back in the house and about to watch her stories or whatever the fuck hood bitches like her do. She just went back to her couch so she could eat some pork rind dust. So she could pour Kool-Aid packets in her mouth. This is the worst day of her son's life, and she's just in the house chilling.
Okay. Paperwork for what?
For you.
What does it say?
You are going to be summoned. You are not going to be arrested for interfering with the arrest of your son.
Interfering?
Yes, ma'am.
It's good.
Oh, so I guess it's really necessary at this point to press charges because he was gouging my son's eyes out. Is that a professional?
Now, it's funny because the cop said that she hit him. But they're not going to arrest her she's just going to be summoned. They're not going to arrest her. They're not going to drag her away, in a police car like they did the son. Even though she's filmed or she's, they have her on camera assaulting a police officer. Interesting. That's how matriarchies work.
Legal
he wasn't
tactic
gouging
that you
your
guys
son's
use?
eyes out. He was doing.
Listen. This is what you're not gonna do.
Okay.
Because I'm 42 years old. I'm 42 years old.
You see that? You see the way she talks down to the cops? The cops are her servant. Now the son grows up seeing this. And he's like, okay, the cops are here to serve. The son talked to the cops with more respect than the mother did, yet the son was arrested. Now the mother knows that, they can't go into the house without a warrant, which is why she's in the house. And that's why the son wasn't in the house. Because she wanted him to get arrested.
You're not going to tell me what I said.
Okay. All right. I was trying to explain what it was.
You can lie. He can lie till his face turns blue.
Okay.
He had his finger this much inside of my gouging my son's eyeballs.
We have body cams.
I know what I'm saying. I want to get it.
And we're going to
watch. I want to get it. And I'm going to get it. But don't do that. Because see, you are the lead example of all of them. Okay. They go off of you.
Right.
So if you make him feel like it's okay to gouge out a 15-year-old's eyeballs,
I will watch the body cam. That's my job.
But what you just did was not right as a supervisor. It just wasn't right.
Body cam. That's what I have to do.
I'm not going down there and talk to him, and I'm not signing nothing. I'm not. Matter of fact, I'm not opening up my door anymore. So
let me explain to you what's going on there, so you know.
Yes, sir.
You're going to get a summons, and you'll have a court date. All right.
I'm gonna get a summons for what?
You're going to get a summons for your dealings with the officer.
All I did like this and stopped him and moved his head from gouging my son's eyeballs. I'm a mother. Instinctively.
I understand.
Instinctively, that kicked in. I did not physically close my hands. I did not physically go to fight him. I was telling him to stop what he was doing.
Okay, I understand that. But what I'm telling you is that you're not going to jail. When you go to court, you tell your side of the story to the judge, and that's how that goes. But as of right now, this is where we at.
My side of the story is all on that video, all on that body cam he was wearing right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that tells it all. That tells it all from start to finish.
I know what I'm saying. So you're getting a summons. So you have to go to court.
Okay. You're summoning me for getting involved in an altercation going on with my son.
Yes.
Because he's claiming what?
Who's claiming?
Because someone's claiming what? What am I getting summons for?
If you put your hands on the officers at all, that's a situation.
She didn't put her hands on him though.
I didn't. I grabbed him. I reached out for him and told him to stop gouging my.
Okay, she put her hands on the officers well before that. So this is her fighting for herself, but not for her son. And this is the daughter backing her up. Notice how the daughter is saying she didn't put her hands on the officer, but the daughter didn't say he didn't put his hands on me. They just let it play out while the fat ass daughter just stood there and filmed it or and recorded it with her phone.
my son's eyeballs. I got that other half on video.
So you didn't touch him at all?
I instinctively, we were all touching each other because I was in the mix of the thing trying to get them to help.
That's the
help
thing.
them
You should not have been.
They have their.
You should not have been in the mix of the thing. That's the illegal part. They should take you away. They should hog tie you and take you to jail barefoot. But they don't. They don't want to go through the process of getting a warrant, which is what's protecting you now. Which is, and you know that that's your protection, which is a protection that you refused from your son. Because y'all want your son to get arrested to humble him to the matriarchy. So he knows to bow down when he sees a black woman. Whether it's his sister who's only a year older than him, or 2 years older than him, or his mama. See, this was to humble her son, to keep the black man humble to the black woman. The way that she's weaseling out of this situation is the same skill that she's used to using to get herself out of the situation. Is the same she could use to get her son out of the situation. But she's doing it for herself, not her son. This is to maintain the matriarchy. And this is the only way that these fat ass bitches will get laid. After this, all this dude can do is to find some chick that looked like his sister and hope that he could live off of her government assistance. This is sad.
Niece which just killed somebody inside of my son's 15-year-old chest. I'm a mother. Am I not supposed? You think no. Instinctively I'm not gonna kick in and be a mom?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is that you're getting a summons for that, and your argument now is with the judge. Once you get your court date, we're gonna give you a piece of paper. You sign for it, and you go to court. I was just trying because you bring your video. You bring your video, and then all the video from the body cams will be there also. Right,
unedited. I hope.
Oh yeah, they ain't
we can't edit it.
Ain't nobody edit. But that's where we are right now.
Okay.
So if you don't want to come down, I'll bring the paper up here and you can sign it.
Okay.
And I give you a copy, and it'll tell which day you go to court.
Okay.
All right.
If I wanted to file charges against that offense, do I have to do they do it automatically, or do I go down there and do it?
File charges
against him gouging his eyeballs like that.
That will
what the hell is gouging?
You have to file a complaint, and then the complaint will get investigated, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel like I was interfering with y'all or helping y'all?
You know, okay, at the beginning, yes, you were trying to help, but at some point,
started gouging my son's eyeballs out.
At some point, then you became violent. You were trying to you were trying to assault him and trying to pull him away from us.
Did you notice when he had his hands?
He was trying to do what's called a pressure point on his jaw.
No, he was in his eyeballs. His fingers was in his eyeballs. See, this
it's on that. It's on that side.
This is why these things are happening. He should hold his partner accountable for what he did. You didn't see him gouging his eyeballs?
No, he was on his jaw.
And that's
Stay in
why we
Ohio?
don't respect y'all, bro. That's why you can't get no respect.
She just said that's why we don't respect y'all. The world don't respect them. Okay. These matriarchies are like a bubble. They're like an island, a cultural island. And they actually think that the way that they think is the way that the world thinks. And they do stuff to try to influence the world in certain ways. Like BLM and stuff like that, which is when they try to be on their best behavior. But they live in a world where nobody really loves or respects them. And understand this, empathy is not respect. Respect is when you see somebody as somewhat equal. But the sense, even the ones who do sympathize with you, they still look at you as something that can't function on its own and therefore need their support. That's not respect. That's pity. That's pity. So quite frankly, the world doesn't really care what your opinion is.
And you're a liar. You just lied in front of me. You're lying. Like you didn't witness your partner do what he did. And then you wonder why no one respects y'all. That's why. That's why. You're a liar. Can't respect a liar. Hold your partner accountable.
No.
What he's doing is not supposed to be done. He's not supposed to be gouging people's eyeballs out.
I'll get her
It's
copy. 'cause I gotta write something else on
evidence.com.
it.
There's a copy of the case number on the back, and you can upload it to that.
Okay, so somebody said
I'm coming out.
I need to haul this bitch off and her fat ass daughter. All right, I'm gonna point out something somebody said. Hold on. No, y'all are black rednecks. Listen, no, it's worse than rednecking. Because when somebody says redneck, an image comes to your head. This image is a character off of King of the Hill, somebody that drinks a lot. Somebody that drinks a lot, has a rural accent or a southern accent, and overindulges in outdoor activities, possibly lazy, live in a dilapidated home or a trailer or something like that. But the image that comes to your head is male. But when you think of welfare, the image is female. So though the poverty is the same, and though the derelict behavior is similar, one is a matriarchy and one is still, even in the midst of poverty, a patriarchy. So clear distinction.
On there for everything. Y'all calling on there for everything. When by right, you was supposed to tell your partner to stop. You was just trying to calm him down when you was putting him in there. And this is why. This is why they get no respect. That's the only time I physically or get violent. I see it before. I'm like,
Well, yeah. And it's not just a matter of Cardi B. This is no, that's Melody asks, is that a trans? No, I'm gonna get into how I know that that's a female, but it says that's why black men. Okay, well, every man prefer to not deal with women like this. Every man would prefer to not have their son raised in a situation like this. You know, where her son is caught on camera begging at his mama's bare feet, you know, as the white man gouges his eyes out. Like every father don't want that for their kids. And unfortunately, with women like this, it runs the possibility, because she used to be an ugly teenager with no kids. So it's just that they're not preferred for behavioral reasons, for cultural reasons. You can't expect a woman who was raised in a matriarchy to have the same respect for a man that was raised in a patriarchy. Oh, you said Negus is a trans. Okay, I thought that just like looking at the thumbnail from as small as it is, I thought that it was a natural born female. I thought you were talking about the woman on the thing though. But no, I'm not. I don't know if Negus is man or woman, to be honest. But no, the woman in the thing is female, and the reason why I was saying that is because she's a mother. She has 3 kids, so at least she has that proof. Nobody does.
stop. What are you doing? Why are you gouging his eyes out? What does that have to do with you arresting him and trying to calmly get him into a car? You see, they
Shut
do
the
these
fuck
things
up.
as a trigger point so the victim can get all so they can apply more pressure. I'm already good. It's a that's it.
Hey, don't listen. Take that shit elsewhere. I don't care about whatever's going on in the mind of somebody who's wired that way. But that's not the topic of discussion here. Stay on topic.
watching.
Hey, Jeff.
The mother faced charges of obstruction, while her son was charged with domestic violence and resisting arrest. What are your views on how the officers managed the situation? Do you think the mother's involvement was justified under the circumstances? Share your thoughts below and remember to like and subscribe.
All right. So yeah, don't let the chat room moderators, don't let the chat room devolve into absurdities, because that's not what we're here for. Especially now that this is over. I don't even want to read that crap. All right, let's see. All right, so what do y'all think on the video? What do y'all think about the video? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, Afro National. I don't know who Cardi B is. Y'all gotta know. I don't, because the world has turned to crap. I don't like listen. I don't really engage in pop culture like that. And so, like, y'all say a name, I don't know. I think I was thinking of like Taylor Swift or somebody when y'all say, I don't know who Cardi B is. To be perfectly frank with you, I just assumed that she was like a pop star, white pop star of some sort. I kid you not. I don't know who the fuck these people are, unless she's somebody who has come to my attention, like Chloe Bailey for another reason, and I'm like, oh, damn, then I'm like, oh, that's, I know that person. But have I heard any of Chloe Bailey's music? Fuck no. Modern culture is shit. And I don't deliberately like involve myself in a culture I know to be shit. I don't do that. Like when I travel, I don't travel to places where I know has a shit culture. There's like tribes, titty tribes, and I watch on YouTube. Not just for the titties, but that's part of it. But I watch on YouTube like their culture and how they get down, and I'm like, I don't want to have any part of that shit. Because like one of them, I seen that they were building their huts out of shit. Out of like a resin or something or clay that they made out of shit. And I'm like, I want to travel the world and explore cultures, but I'm not gonna like literally be in a shit hut. Fuck that. Fuck that. When I see a culture is, in my opinion, shit, or has become shit, I just stay away from it, which is why I don't know who Cardi B is. But I got a feeling that whatever it is she is making or producing is shit. Now, do I partake in aspects of the culture that I like? Yeah. And I'm talking about young people culture. Childish Gambino, very talented. Lakeith Stanfield, very talented. Hell, even Issa Rae. But I avoid something that sounds like it's gonna be shitty. So if somebody says, hey, GC, you want to hear this Cardi B? Nope, it sounds like it's gonna be something stupid. But whoever she is, if brothers like her, and brothers like her, All right, let's see what else y'all talking about. Yeah, she's an actress. So I first seen her on a show called Grownish, which is a spinoff off of the show called Blackish, which is about a black family. Anthony Anderson and Tracy Ellis Ross is the parents, and then she grew up and she went to college and Chloe Bailey and her sister Haley were her friends in college. So, and I thought that they were cute then. I actually thought that they were the same age. And then their careers kind of went in different directions. One of them really started getting into the music and showing more skin, while the other one started doing stuff like Little Mermaid and Color Purple. So that's how I know them. But am I like looking at the billboards, like, looking for it? No, I didn't, you know, that's how I know what they look like. All right, sis. No, I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to. I'm kidding you not. And this is no shade to you young folk out there. I don't want to hear shit y'all gotta say. I don't want to hear shit I gotta say that y'all gotta sing about. I don't, like what? You think I haven't heard a pussy album before, or a dick album before? Like, I don't want to hear that crap. I really don't. I mean, we had that in our day. I mean, if I want to listen to some getting the mood music, or or whatever, I'll just listen to shit from back then. Okay, that question obviously isn't for me. We don't owe you child support. Well, depends on how you look at it. And that is a very true statement. You don't owe them child support. You do owe your child support, but you don't owe them child support. Now, unfortunately, society doesn't make that distinction. Child support is largely used to fund the mother's lifestyle. Yeah, I like Haley too. She has like that good girl aura about her. Says, but you must teach all the youngsters in the community, GC. That's your job. Yeah, I know you're being sarcastic, but um, you can if you want to. I will say that it's a fruitless endeavor in many cases because they feel that the virtues that you would teach a young man is not something that they can benefit from. See, they don't want their sons to learn anything other than to support and function within the matriarchy. All right. So, oh, my bad. I missed this. Afro National says, thanks for covering this. Yeah, no problem. It has to be done. It has to be said. I wish I had a bigger microphone. By that, I mean a wider audience base, but the algorithm don't like me, combined with other things. YouTube politics just makes it difficult for channels like mine to grow. Let's see. What y'all talking about? You wish you were them, is why you're mentioning them. Yeah, I do believe that there's some truth in that. Okay, here's what a lot of people are hoping for, and this includes like white men who aren't really, what's the word I'm looking for? Some people rely on their ethnic reputation solely, so they don't have to have individual substance. White guys do that a lot. They're like, listen, I'm not too bright, I'm not too strong, I'm not too intelligent individually. And I'm not wealthy. However, I am white, Therefore, I should be more employable than a competent person of a different race. This is where a lot of the racism, the overt racism, comes from. And the same with women or those who identify as such. There is this, okay, take a Latina woman, right? Who seems to be at least people of color's preference right now. If you take a Latina woman who's not particularly attractive, she will go off of the ethnic reputation of her race of attractive women or her ethnicity of attractive women and think that she's actually individually more attractive than a black woman who has a poor ethnic reputation. So it is kind of this weird dynamic. But unfortunately for people like that, people do have the ability to individualize, and they know an ugly bitch when they see it. So that is something that I see people doing. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm unique and many people can individualize, you know? In fact, you know something? I think I might be. Because there is a large number of guys who are on that ish to where they'll have this chick who's not attractive at all, and but they think that she's more attractive than an attractive woman in a different cohort. I give an example: Southerners be having some not particularly beautiful light-skinned girls, and they think that they are more beautiful than a beautiful dark-skinned girl. And this isn't me saying that all dark-skinned women are beautiful, but I'm like, listen, if you had to choose between, if you had to choose between Pam and Gina from Martin right now, then the obvious choice is Pam from Martin. That's the obvious choice right now. But if you choose Gina and you think that she's more attractive because she's stingy, you are suffering from a particular type of delusion. You are. So it is bad that guys live off that delusion, to be perfectly honest, but a woman shouldn't rely on that. A woman should not rely on that. I see this movie once, and dang, where did it go? I think they went to. I think it was a bunch of British white dudes that went to Australia, and then and it was young, dumb, and they was either in college or not educated at all. But he said, "Hey, people respect you because you're British." He was like, "If you want to be a marine biologist, you should be a marine biologist here in Australia." Australia being a colony, a former colony of Britain. And don't get me wrong, there is a perceived intelligence that comes with a British accent. But this dude just walked up to the people at their marine world and say, "I want to be a marine biologist. Are you guys hiring?" And then I was like, well, do you have what's your background like? What's your training like? Where did you go to university? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He's like, "I didn't go to university, but I'm British." It's like that. And it leaves you with this whole, you look at the person like they're truly insane. Same with these women who go to black men like myself, and like, listen, I know I'm not attractive, but I am Asian. It's like, what does that mean? That doesn't get you anything. Not attractive is not attractive. So yeah. Only thing you can say is black women mad at me because she got body count. What are y'all talking about? I come from Eritrea. We had Negroid slaves. We sold to Arabs, and uh, okay, I don't know what sparked that conversation, but okay. Password bros who fought for access to white pussy, huh? Before they fought for reputation and land, reparation and land. No one wants to be with you. Okay, well, elaborate on what's the white pussy war that black men fought in. I'm curious about that. I will say that that's something um, that's a part of history that I'm not familiar with. I do know the war for freedom that we had, which is very similar to the war for freedom that y'all lost. But I'm curious about the yeah. So enlighten me on that one. Okay, so she's just one of those people that comes with yeah. So yeah, it's given a lot of people who don't really deserve it. That's why it's called a complex, but a sense of superiority when, quite frankly, I'm not even going to talk about the history. All right, it says, bro, nothing. Um, that's smart. Okay, so let's see. Again, what war are you referring to? You got to make that part clear, or else it's just sounding something strange. Okay, let's see what Sweet Melody has to say. Some black men don't care as long as they're foreign. Um, yeah, yeah. That thinking is kind of like the thinking that somebody can go to a restaurant that has a good reputation, but the food tastes like crap, and then they just assume that the food tastes good because it has a reputation or the ethnicity that makes it has a reputation. Like a person, an Asian person would be foolish. They wouldn't be foolish to assume that I play basketball. They would be foolish to see me play basketball and still think that I'm good at it. So you are right about that. Okay, so you agree. All right, it says red herring, not factual gaslighting, logical fallacy to entertain such comments. Yeah, which is why I'm, not really paying much attention to them. Like people are going to say stuff. Let's see. When disgruntled person wants to argue, yeah, and untrue. Okay. If I recollect correctly, Loving versus Virginia was a black woman and white men. I think you mean WM. So who was fighting for what again? Yeah, yeah. That's like the only instance, And yeah, we're not talking about physical fighting here. That's why I say I asked for a citation on that. Of course, I'm not going to get it because that's a nonsensical thing. Like fighting for the right of white pussy is not a fight. Like Thurgood Marshall, he climbed the ladder through Plessy versus Ferguson, which is integrated schools, But when he became a justice of the Supreme Court, he didn't say, "Okay, now it's about time for some white pussy." Like that was yeah. So yeah, it's a strange accusation, but once again, people are going to um, indulge their desire for attention, so that's fine. But there's another one that I want. Dang, do I really want to show this? Because it's getting kind of late. It's not related to the mother-son dynamic, so now I'm gonna save it for another video. But what are y'all thoughts on the last videos? Like most, who was most in the wrong? Like, should the boy have been allowed to um, defend himself? Like, you know, like what do y'all think about how the cops handled the situation? All that good stuff. So let me know before I go. I'm gonna go in like 5 minutes. Damn. All right, it says we fighting for white cat, all white. All the while they have their fight for P Nice Blanco on the docket in the highest state of the land. Get the hook. Okay, I don't know who that is, but it's probably like a local thing. I really don't follow Eritrean and Ethiopian relations. To me, they're engaged in a civil war that spanned generations when they likely shouldn't be. But quite frankly, it's none of my business. Okay, so you say court. All right, let's see. Or they have a fight for it. Well, what's the P Nice Blanco? All right, no, I got you. Highest court in the land. All right. No religious talk. I gotta time you out. But I'm about to go anyway. Well, I know Blanco means white. Oh, I got you. I got you. Okay, so yeah, probably. Once again, I don't really follow what's going on in that region. I don't have any desire to go. Um, they do have the most attractive natural born females in the world there. Still have no desire to go um, to that region of the world. My first African trip will be to either South or West Africa. It will not be to the East, no matter how good people like Austin or O'Shea talks about it. Just my preference. And yeah, but that's that. All right. Black women when don't believe the lie. Giggle. Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, it's that time now. 3.5. So y'all were nice. Actually, let me check my phone. Check my phone before I go. Ha! Got a message from Melody talking about what y'all doing. See, this is how much YouTube don't like me, because she would have seen that I was live when you sent it to me. I mean, you later found out, but I was already like hours in, on the live. So the fact that you didn't see it and you're a supporter means that YouTube's not really sending it out like that. But all right, so I like to thank all of the super chats. I like to thank my members, managers, and moderators. I'd like to thank everybody for participating in the chat and the people who are listening silently. And shout out to the replay crew. Salute to Dr. Thunder for being a member. And yeah, this is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace.